Hi, welcome to Cast Expedition. I'm in charge. Something everyone will learn to regret, because they give me the ability to indulge in my favorite form of media, superhero stuff. Today we're not doing D&D or any known system. We're labeling it as Mutants and Masterminds, because that's where it started, but that's not where it's going to end, and it's not what we're going to do. With us today is a portion of the original cast. We have Chris, we have Nikki, we have Taylor and Thomas, and I, Buck, will be your guide. I think I nailed that. Clap for Buck. Thomas, clap. Chris, there we go. Okay, I like this. I guess let's get right in it. Unless there's announcements or something that I'm not aware of. Next week we have one more one-shot. It'll be called View Screen. You'll join a crew of intrepid spacefarers as stuff goes wrong, and we try to make it home alive. Nailed that one too. Claps for Buck. There we go. I like to hear it too. It sounds like my dad's beating me.
Sounds like those cheeks I thought.
Were they my dad? No. Okay guys. Like every great superhero story, we're starting in a cheesily named city called Global City, the center of everything. Global City is home to many heroes, powerful and mighty. We have Captain Man. We have Superhero. We have the heroic Hectagon. And most importantly, we have our 4 players. We're actually going to drop in on Dinah Might right off the bat. Dinah Might.
Yeah.
We join you in downtown Global City at the Bank of Banks, where your longtime archenemy, ex-pro wrestler, Rock Lobster, has just busted out his goons raining hellfire down against the local city police. You arrive on the scene.
Rock Lobster! I am here to stop you!
Good luck, Dinah Might. I've been at this a long time, and I got one thing you'll never get.
An exoskeleton.
Bingo! On that, Rock Lobster, his exoskeleton shifts, and you see his giant rock claws open up, revealing small cannon blasters. He explodes a cop car with one shot, and the other shot is aimed directly at you, Nikki. Dynamite, could you roll me a D? How do you want to handle getting hit by this beam? Do you want to dodge it? Do you want to get out of the way?
I want to catch it.
You want to catch it? Okay. Roll me a D20, and because you fought Rock Lobster many a time, roll a D6 and add that to it.
10.
10. So you do catch it, but it doesn't stop the pain. The beam is a familiar burn, as it knocks you back about 10 feet. A cop car goes flipping behind you as you make impact. All the officers were able to get out of the way. What would you like to do?
I say I back the boys in blue, but I prefer my lobsters red, and I throw it back at him.
Okay. Do me another D20 roll. And this time, don't add anything. Just give me the raw number. Okay, the beam hits Rock Lobster, and you see a portion of his armor just flies off and cracks.
You're cooked, Red Lobster, Rock Lobster. Give it up now.
I don't think so. There's too much on the line with this job. And then his goons are going to start moving in at shooting the police as Rock Lobster makes a getaway attempt by engaging his rocket boosters and his lobster-like feet.
I mighty leap and try to cut him off.
Are you just like jumping into him? Or are you trying to grab him? What are you?
Jumping in front of him.
Okay, roll me another d20.
Oh God, 15.
With a 15, you beat his 13, so you're able to get in front of him. You grab a hold of like the collar of his exosuit, and you can tell his suit's not really meant to fly because it's puttering. And then he looks at you and says, "You gotta let me go.
You're in deep water, mister."
If I don't get out of here, we're both done for."
What do you mean?
"I can't." And you see his neck start to bulge. It starts to inflate in a tumor-like fashion. And his head explodes.
Seafood salad!
Blood covers your face. You taste his brain matter in your mouth. And down below,
Marion.
Everyone is soaked in what was once Rock Lobster.
And Dinah waves at the police and says, "It's taken care of! Welcome!"
All ignoring the blood and gore of the day, these cops celebrate. They scream, they cheer, they clap. A couple of them let off gunshots. In celebration, of course. It's fantasy America. I need you to roll me. How perceptive would you say Dinah is?
Not.
No?
Nope.
Then maybe you don't notice.
Nope.
Maybe we don't roll anything. And then you fly off or jump off, I guess.
I'm just happy to be helping.
Alrighty.
She dumps his body and hops away.
Alrighty. Next. In the lower financial district, a little bit of a more affordable place to live for us middle-class folk, we're going to come across dear old Paget. Paget, what's a day like for you in your non-heroic persona?
Oh man, my days. Oh, super busy. I'm sure I'm going to be too busy for all of you. I get up, I wash my one dish and my one fork because I don't have time for dishes. I'm too busy, and I shove a couple pizza boxes under the rug so nobody sees them. I look in my fridge, and I'm sad when I realize I only have a jar of mayonnaise and half of a moldy carrot, but that's neither here nor there because I have half a bottle of wine on the counter, and I take a swig of that, realizing it is now rice wine vinegar, and I run out the door because I have to deliver the daily news. I am a humble courier.
As you step out the door, a humble courier, a mail deliverer, you actually slip on an envelope that was placed at the foot of your door.
Who was irresponsible to leave a package here? Mail courier law number 23, section C. It doesn't stay on the ground. Looking at it frantically to find out who I need to deliver this to. You know exactly what
this is. You've delivered these before. It's an eviction notice.
Poor... Oh. I'll put this later. Rips it up and throws it in the trash. Not looking at it. We're fine. I've got at least 30 days. We're good.
Your cell phone starts to ring. It's your crime response.
Go for Paget. Wait, what?
It's your crime response. It's an app you have. You see the news of Rock Lobster dying in downtown.
What a shame. All of those crustaceans have no one to lead them anymore.
The cops were able to gather up most of the criminals, but it was a fairly good distraction. And a member of your Nemesis group, the Pound, has made a return after recently being released from prison.
I don't have time to deal with this right now. I have so many newspapers. Is there anyone else? Can I look through crime response and see if there's any available heroes I can send to it, because I just got evicted and I have other things to do.
You can try.
I'm gonna scroll.
Roll me a d20.
It's a natural one.
Okay, so you're going through the list, and you see a bunch of people you've worked with before in like minor interactions, but no one you think could handle someone like the Pound that you could handle. You've done this so many times.
Right. I'll change out of my work shoes and put on my sensible sneakers and get ready to go.
Okay.
I'll just go.
What does suiting up look like for Pidge or Paget?
Paget is having a day, so she is going to look around and make sure no one is looking at her. And as soon as no one does, she is going to grab the pigeon-shaped necklace around her neck, give it a kiss, throw it in the air, make a noise as about 100 pigeons come swarming at her and begin pecking at her clothing as a small storm of scrap seed and cigarette butts and various other garbage from the street wrap around her in a tornado-like Sailor Moon style fashion. And she is in this very slightly bloodied, because she was just pecked by about a dozen and a half pigeons. And she's in a like gray like schoolgirl style skirt with a big bow, but the bow is made of like scrap pigeon feathers that she like stapled all together. And she has got a mask on made of pigeon feathers, and she's got some pigeon feathers in her hair. She's ready to go.
You suit up, the lights flare in your apartment. You look amazing. And as you turn around, you notice your apartment is even more trashed than before because the pigeons busted through the glass of the window. How do you leave? Are you gonna exit through your apartment door?
No, Princess Pigeon does not exit through the front door. She jumps out of the back window.
Okay.
And like pigeon dives down towards the ground.
Okay.
Just commits.
Are you hoping to land? Are you hoping to
I'm
glide?
hoping to make it. I have done this maybe once or twice, because this is the third apartment I've been evicted from in the last 6 months. So, I'm not really used to this apartment yet. I think I've lined the dumpster up pretty well.
Okay.
But there's no promises.
Let's do a small flashback to yesterday.
Not yesterday.
Yesterday is the day where you were lining the dumpster up physically.
I was trying so hard.
Roll me a d20 and see if you were able to push this dumpster underneath your window.
It's a 12.
Okay, you did a pretty good job. Flashback, flash forward, back to present. You dive out this window, and as you're plummeting, you realize, oh no, inner city law implies that the dumpster has to be in a designated area, and the garbage men moved it back. Are you going to do anything to try and prevent impact, or are you going for a hero landing?
I'm just going to try to hero land in case people are watching.
Give me a 20.
Another 12. I'm pretty average.
Yeah, so you land, but you can feel your knees lock, so it's going to be like a rough stand-up.
I'm just going to stretch. I'm going to take a second to stretch. I'm just going to...
You check crime response, and it says Captain Calico, the right-hand man of the leader to the Pound, is currently robbing a pet store.
Are we gonna... The world just can't give me a break. I am going to engage my pigeon wings. So I'm gonna untie my bow, wrap them over my shoulder, spread them out, and just ferociously begin flapping my arms.
Yeah, you take off in pigeon-like fashion. A little wobble to the left, a little wobble to the right, and then you mostly go straight. As you're flying to the scene, your second missed phone call comes in. You missed the ring, but you do see the notification. It's a girl from from one of your university courses. You had promised a study date.
Try to patch her in through my pigeon beak, and I'm just gonna move the beak off my face and put it to the side of my ear.
Okay. Padgett?
Sasha?
I swear to God.
Listen, I know I said I would be there for 3, but I got a little. But I can't really
Again?
tell you why. I'm sorry. Tree branch. I just like duck out of the way of a tree
What
branch.
are you doing?
I'm going on a jog. I'm jogging.
You missed our study date for a jog?
I got a message from my doctor that I have a heart condition and I need to jog. I'm sorry. I really wanted to be there to learn about the
How'd you
Revolutionary War.
Had your revere. I banked on you because of your great-great-great-great-grandfather, Paul.
I'm
I
sorry that
needed
I'm
you to
leaving
pass this
Paul's
test.
legacy down. You don't have to bring my granddad into this, though, man. Sasha, listen, I owe you one, and I promise I will be there at 4:47.
Padgett, there won't be a next time.
Sasha, babe, please listen. Please. I really like you. Fucking tree branch. You just duck again.
You arrive on the scene.
I'm gonna take a second, put my hands on my knees because I'm out of breath.
You can kind of see through the window the Captain Calico, who is a 45-year-old man in a tight leather catsuit that's calico patterned.
As one does.
Did I call him Calico Man? Captain Calico.
Captain Calico.
Sorry. Is like a 45-year-old man. He got a bit of a beer gut, and he's holding a gun that looks like the back end of a cat at the shop owner, as a bunch of other grown adults in cat costumes load animals into burlap sacks.
Excellent. I'm gonna look around and be like, Captain Calico, the time is up. I'm gonna send you back to the litter box, and I'm gonna take off one of my pigeon feathers and realize I grabbed not the boomerang, but I took an actual pigeon feather out of my hair, place it back, grab the pigeon, and I'm gonna chuck it.
Okay. As you're fumbling around, Captain Calico waits for you, because what's the point of having a nemesis if you don't take turns?
I appreciate your kindness, Captain Calico, while I find the right pigeon. I'm gonna chuck it.
Yeah, take your time, You throw it and give me a 20.
18.
This man, 18. It pegs him in the shoulder. It bounces off. You see the gun flies out of his hand, and the feather comes flying back to you. You catch it no problem. This is something you do so often. Captain Calico goes, Well. I see how it is. We're going straight past the antics today. Well, I got news for you, Princess Pigeon. This cat travels in a pack. And you know that's not a good joke. But out from beside you pops out 2 other members of the Pound. For comic book readers, this is Princess Pigeon Sinister 6.
As soon as I see his members call up, I'm gonna reach to my bird pendant again, kiss it, put it in the air, and go caw, and summon half a dozen pigeons to drop the bomb.
I need you to roll me a d20 to see if you can do this faster than the other gang can get you.
19.
Okay, so one of them beat you to it, so I don't think you're gonna get to. So, one of the other members, the bowling constrictor, throws a bowling ball at you,
I'm gonna.
and it knocks your pigeon pendant out of your hand.
Oh. What you stoop
You
to?
turn around to see a snakeskin-clad, woman in her late 70s, dressed like a snake but with a bowling jersey and a bowler's cap.
Zan, meeting on the league on Tuesday. I thought you reformed.
You were supposed to bring orange slices, dear, and you
I
missed
ran
again.
out of oranges. I only had access to cantaloupes. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna wait for my pigeons to arrive, and I'm just gonna try to duck her bowling ball.
The bowling constrictor uses a whip attack to try and grapple your hands. I need you to. How would Princess Pigeon try to prevent
Just
her
drop
hands?
flat to the ground.
Okay, so you're gonna try to dodge it. Let's go with
Yeah.
a 20. Just roll a 20 and.
A 4.
I'll say because you've interacted with these people, roll yourself a d6.
It's a 6. Like a 2
Okay, so
to a 4.
Yeah, 10. Oh, it's
Yeah.
the 2.
6, yeah.
Okay, this is rough for you. You've had a rough morning and nothing's going your way as normal.
It got dumped, man.
As you go to drop to the floor, the bowling constrictor sees that and she rolls a ball across the ground, and it just hits you in the gut.
Susan.
Captain Calico walks over and starts kicking you. As insert
Watch the
dog pun
feathers.
name. As the dark dachshund jumps out from behind the counter and starts chewing on your leg. It's an 8-year-old boy dressed like a dog, but he has the upper body of like a pro bodybuilder, and he's just ripping at your leg. When the room goes silent, you hear a caw.
Do I hear the flap of wings?
You do.
I'm gonna try to reach my hand behind my back and reach into the little neck cape I have and pull up the rubber hood that is stowed away for the bomb drop, and I'm going to pull it over my head and brace into a fetal position.
You're not that lucky, Paget. You hear a familiar voice say. As from behind you, as the rest of this crew backs off, you see the dark, cloaked wings of the magpie. Your arch nemesis and leader of the Pound.
Just like curling up, waiting, looking around. And then I'm gonna try to escape. I'm gonna try to run for the door because I don't have time for this. I have to go to work. I've been evicted.
He lets you run past him, but he goes, I wouldn't go any further.
Why not?
I've rigged every pigeon within city limits with nanite explosives.
Buddy, we live in Global City. That's like more than 10 pigeons.
12.16 million pigeons.
12.16?
I've
Cool.
been busy.
I have to admit, I'm kind of impressed.
If you move another step, these pigeons will all explode.
You know I
But-
can't let you do that.
Especially because you'd be blamed for the death of millions of birds and people. Oh, I know. So I got a deal. And he walks over to you with a collar. He puts the collar around your neck, assuming you don't resist.
I'm gonna, like, resist a little bit because I'm a pigeon who doesn't like to be caged.
I know you're a tired lady, Paget. and I've took quite a bit of time to learn about you. I wonder how fast you can fly.
Huh?
I've put one minor contingency to the exploding pigeon plan. If you can fly outside of the city, all these pigeons will follow you, and only you will explode over the harbor. But if you fly slower than 66 miles an hour, like the hit movie Speed starring Keanu Reeves, you will explode, and all the pigeons will explode with you.
I just flew here from the Lower East Side. Gotta recover, my guy.
I get flapping, Patchett.
I'm gonna look around, and I'm gonna tuck my hood back in, and I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna start ferociously flapping my arms up and down.
I want you to roll me 3 d20s, because I know you got the dice to do that.
Natural 1 and a 3 and a 19.
Okay. 2 of your rolls were close enough together that you get pretty far. Are you gonna just... You see like a dark cloud of pigeons begin to follow you, and all of them are beeping like an iPhone morning alarm. You know they're gonna blow soon. What's your plan?
I'm gonna look around and try to find an abandoned dumpster where I can take 30 seconds to take a deep breath. I'm gonna hide in the dumpster. I'm gonna try to pull out my beret that is obviously shaped like a pigeon wing, and I'm gonna try to start stabbing it into the lock to disarm this thing.
Okay, you slow down, and as you slow down, a beeping on your own collar starts. You figure you have a little bit of time before an explosion happens. You might
Where's
be able to pick up
Keanu
again.
when I need him? I'm just gonna keep flapping. Gonna like passively look for Keanu Reeves on the street.
Roll me a d20.
It's a 1.
You see a bus poster of Keanu Reeves. He's filming a new movie called The Tin Man. Where he plays the lead role.
What would I do if I was Keanu? What would I do if I was Keanu? I look around in this dumpster and realize there's no raccoons to be my Sandra Bullock, and I just flap out the top again, and I begin to fly outside the city and just
as you
stab it
flap
at my neck.
out, you take a quick glance across the pigeons, and you see 12.16 million tiny red wires going out of their necks, and you get the sense if Keanu was here, he'd try to cut all those wires.
I look at myself in the nearby reflection of a store where I'm still flapping to make sure I get to the 66 miles per hour, and I'm like, if Keanu can do it, Princess Pigeon can do it, and I'm gonna start pecking at the wires.
Okay.
I'm gonna move my beak from my ear, put it back on,
Yeah.
just peck away.
Back in the city, newscasts are following the cloud of pigeons swarming across the harbor. And just as they reach over the harbor, there's a big explosion. But, luckily for us and our titular hero of this little spot, Princess Pigeon was able to disarm a majority of them, unlock her own collar, throw it out across the harbor, and land safely on shore. If not, a little tired.
I need some trail mix.
And that's when you see an explosion at the pet store. It takes you a while, but eventually you get back. And you notice everyone is dead. Blood and guts everywhere.
This looks inconvenient. I hope the city allotted more money to street cleanup this year. And I'm just gonna run into an alley and uncacaw.
Okay. Roll me a d20. How perceptive would you say Pidge is?
I'm a pigeon. I get distracted by something shiny. Not very
Okay.
perceptive.
I would say that makes you quite perceptive. So roll me a d20 and add a d6 for your shiny modifier.
21.
21. You see a man on a building across the road. He seems to be holding what looks to be almost like a car bomb detonator. Just like a cell phone with a bunch of wires and stuff. And unfortunately, you cacaed just as you saw him, so a swarm of pigeons get to you.
Watch the eyes.
And when they move, and you're back to Paget, that he is gone.
I'm going to go to Hero Connect, Crime Report, Crime app, and I'm going to put a posting.
Okay, what are you gonna put?
SOS, guy with car bomb detonator, Lower East Side, at Value Pet.
Okay. You send this off and you get a couple notifications. You figure someone's gonna come check it out. You don't have to worry about it.
I'm going to go deliver some mail.
And you go off to deliver some mail. And that's where we're gonna go over to Yaka. Yaka, you've had a rough night of drinking and fighting and various shenanigans. You're in your dojo on your third bottle of whatever alcohol you prefer when you hear the telltale noise of ninjas. The lights go out, but luckily you have blind fighting. Because 14 ninjas appear within your dojo walls. One of them, the leader of global ninja crime gang, the Fist, not the foot, not the hand, the Fist, appears and goes, "Yaka, you've evaded my invitation too many times. You have no choice. Join up or die."
I'd prefer to die. I'd prefer to die than join you. Alright.
Alright. Yaka, upon this, the ninjas move in.
I'm gonna stand up.
Okay. As you arise, the ninjas, one ninja does the most ninja-like thing there is and throws a chair at you. How do you want to handle a chair being thrown at you?
I'm gonna smash the chair with my fist.
Okay, roll me a d20 and add another. Roll me 2 d20s. Add them together. You've punched chairs all the time. That's so common for you.
They call me the chair destroyer in nice.
Yeah, yeah. That was my name in high school. Yeah.
A 10 and a 5, so 15.
15. Yeah, no problem. This chair explodes into pieces. It was a shoddily made IKEA piece. A fantasy IKEA.
And I made sure to destroy it with one big chunk of it still intact, so I can take it and throw it back.
Okay, so as you punch it, like the seat of the chair stays still in the air as the rest of it explodes. Yes. And you grab the seat and you throw it back like a Captain America shield. Are you a lethal fighter, Yaka?
Yeah.
Okay.
All my when I strike, I always try to kill.
Okay. This chair seat decapitates this ninja. His head just falls off. The chair seat lands, and the head is sat perfectly on the chair. And then all-out combat happens.
Please, guys, don't bleed in my dojo. Not fun. I'm gonna need to clean up. Less time to drink, okay?
How about I give you a hand with this mop? And then a ninja is going to try and stab you in the back with a mop. The handle, of course.
Yeah.
So how would you like to handle that? How do you see Yaka going about that?
With my super speed, I'm just gonna do a 360, block the mop, and just uppercut him in right under the chin.
Big fights like this are easy for you because of your super speed. These guys are moving at like a fraction of what you perceive the world. So as you slow down and turn around, this man is moving a mop handle in just heinous slow motion. You have time to take a breath, examine his movements fully, and you just grab the mop, push it off to the side, and like you said, uppercut him. And because you're moving at super speed, when your fist hits his jaw, it just rips his head off. His jaw shatters, blood goes everywhere.
Aw, man.
And the rest of this fight goes pretty much just like that. Without trouble, you're able to finish all but one of these ninjas. The leader, the guy who talked. Everyone knows the guy who talks is going to be a little bit more trouble. Yaka, you know the leader of the fist, the gentleman across from you, is your twin brother. Separated at birth and raised by an evil ninja clan.
It wouldn't be fun.
You may have super speed, but he has the ability to slow down people with super speed. Making it the only person you can fight fairly against.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just gonna take my sword on my side and unsheath it.
As you unsheath your sword, he unsheaths his own. And he goes, "This will make an awkward Thanksgiving." And he leans in to try to stab you.
I agree to disagree.
How are you going to prevent yourself from getting stabbed here? Or are you going to get stabbed? Your choice.
I'm just gonna try to deflect it.
Yeah, so roll me a d20. You fought him before, and he's not doing anything too special. So add another d20 to the roll, 2 d20s.
That's 20 total.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to deflect it, and it's your move.
As I deflect it, I just go for a normal thrust.
Yeah, he's going to attempt to dodge out of the way. But he doesn't, I guess. So as the sword goes in, you see him almost rush into the sword. And he tries to move himself further down the blade to get closer to you. In which he will attempt to make a slash at your throat. With his sword.
And yeah, so I'm just gonna try to duck.
Yeah, no problem. He's kind of a shish kebab, so he can't do too much extra movement. Without trouble, you duck, and the blade goes wide. And without fail, he begins to bleed out.
I'm just gonna finish slashing him into.
Yeah, as you go from the middle of his stomach all the way through to one side, you see the top half of him start to fold and slide off, only being held together by about a quarter of his stomach. And as he hits the ground, he somehow still has time to say his final words.
I'm gonna be anticlimactic and just cut his throat before you can say something.
Roll me a d20.
16.
As you cut his throat, Your blade gets caught on something. It doesn't go all the way through. There's a piece of metal in his throat.
I should have sliced. I'm gonna look at that with weird
As
eyes.
you lean in and look at it, you realize it's a bomb. Your brother was rigged to blow.
Not inside my dojo, so I'm gonna super speed the shit out of the dojo with the buddy and just throw it outside and go back inside.
So as you run outside, seconds after you let go of him, it explodes, sending you flying through the window of your dojo back into the main area. You see a flaming body, and across the road, you see a strange man holding what looks to be a detonator in his hand.
I'm gonna try to go to him.
You cross the road, and as you walk through the fire, he's gone when you get to the other side. And lastly, Dr. Tankard, where would we find you on an average day in Global City?
It would depend on the day. I think, starting the rise and grind at 4 o'clock and doing morning salutations to the sun, getting a helicopter, your auto, like your Tesla helicopter that can just fly anywhere. You don't need a pilot.
Yeah.
Dropping him off downtown. So he's got a big interview today. He's talking to someone on a podcast, and they probably find him sitting there looking a little disheveled and smoking a cigar, talking about how we can get to different planets and why this one is doomed.
Okay. We'll say you're in the helicopter at the moment.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, folks. Just a minor disturbance in the force. Yeah, so you get in your helicopter, and as you're flying over the city, you see several explosions go off, and by several, I do mean 3. One over the harbor, one by the Bank of Banks, and one in Chinatown. This is nothing out of the ordinary for Global City. There's giant disasters every day.
I will use my smartwatch to send a quick message to my manservant, Manfred, at home to monitor the explosions and make sure they weren't near any of our warehouses where we house the super secret green technology that could save the planet but we don't use.
Yes, Mr. Tankard. I'll get right on that. Soon enough, where were you headed, sorry?
Going uptown to a podcast interview.
Yeah. So you're on your way to a podcast interview, and as you land on the building of known billionaire elongated muskrat, ex-superhero, turned villain, turned podcaster, as you land on his roof, out of the harbor where this explosion just happened, you see a very tall, armored individual. You fought this person before. This is the champion of Atlantis.
This guy again.
Yes, Aquanator, champion of Atlantis. His armor is 70 feet tall, and as he begins to walk out of the harbor, he picks up a boat, and he just throws it towards the city. What's your plan?
I'm going to speak my command phrase, which is it's Tommy Tank time, and little.
Sorry, one more time for us.
It's Tommy Tank time, and little bits of metal are going to start extending from the watch as his suit comes on. He's going to fly straight for the ship and blast it with the big T symbol on his armor to try and disintegrate it.
Yeah. So you're gonna fire off your T beam.
Oh yeah.
So let's roll me a d20. You know, actually, you've done this. Is so simple. This is a click of a button for you, and a boat's easy to hit. You don't even need to. The boat explodes, and as all the pieces start to scatter, they just disintegrate. They turn to ash and dust, carcinogenics raining over a city you don't care about.
Exactly.
Yeah. This catches the attention of the Aquanator. You see a large fishbowl-like globe in the middle of the armor. Think like a Big Daddy from BioShock, but less impressive. And twice as big. In it, you see half man, half goldfish, ruler of Atlantis, the Aquanator himself. He's donned ancient Atlantean armor in an attempt to take you down permanently and get a hold of that green energy that'll clean the oceans and prevent further pollution.
Not today.
You see him begin to strut towards your warehouse as your manservant Manfred. Master Tankard, it seems the Aquanator is heading towards Warehouse 14.
Too slow, Manfred. I've already spotted him. Dock yourself 3 months' pay.
Yes, Mr. Tankard. I suppose I'll tell the son he can't get his kidney replacement.
We can make him a synthetic kidney if you do what you're told. Now, activate the shield dome around the warehouse.
Yes. You see a large bubble dome appear around the warehouse, branded with multiple T logos. Because why would you miss out a branding opportunity like that?
Of course.
Yeah, he's not gonna be like Namor Taylor. I'm sorry.
I tried so hard.
In fact, the loudspeakers of his armor shout out to you, Tommy Tankard. It's various glups and bloops, mixed with a couple of clicks. Luckily, there is an automated translator attached to it, so after every gluck and bloop, a very monotone voice says, "Gosh dang. I can't do this every time. I'm just trying to clean my home. I'm trying to stop your people's pollution of their greatest resource."
Flying straight at him with the intent to smash into the big thing, just shouts out, "No one cares, Aquanator! Human race number one, Atlanteans suck!" And smash straight into it.
As you fly through the city, people cheer, and little kids with their action figures and T-shirts just go wild as you bust right through this glass globe in the middle.
Come out the other side like
come
this. Global city number one, baby! Like, try to get
People
everyone to start chanting.
Yeah, everyone's going nuts.
Yeah.
The Aquanator lands on the ground. You see he looks up at you and goes, well, glub glub, glub glub glub, glub 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 glub. Because he no longer has the loudspeaker to translate for him. You have no idea what this means.
You can
Atlanteans don't have the ability to communicate above water.
You can glup your way straight to hell!
The Aquanator stands up on his fish-like legs. I'm not gonna explain what that means. And he pulls out the aqua gun. And he's gonna take a shot at you.
Okay.
Taylor, you don't need to post these. I'm getting distracted. I see them in my peripheral.
Welcome to being a DM for CE, where your players are unhinged.
Yeah, you're right. That's my
This
bad.
is normal for me.
Yeah, you're right. He's actually not going to take a shot at you. He's going to aim it towards a 12-year-old boy. This is something he doesn't do normally. You know that. He focuses on attacking you or the other people who fight him. But he seems stressed.
What's the game here, Aquanator? Keep this between you and me!
A series of glucks comes out. He seems panicked. The scanners on your suit is able to pick something up, though. There's a bomb in his neck.
How can the suit tell how big the blast of the bomb would be? Like, figure out it's C4, if it's whatever.
Enough to kill him and like the 18 people around you, guaranteed.
This would be bad PR. I'm gonna slowly start going towards him with my hands up, like, whoa, Aquanator, let's calm down, calm down.
He grabs the boy, pulls him in front of himself, his squirt gun looking weapon directly to the child's head.
Does that squirt gun have any technology in it, any electrical bits?
So much.
So much.
It's basically all electronics. You would know that despite looking like a super soaker, it is Atlantean technology, and that the super soaker design was appropriated from Atlantean technology by Hasbro.
But of course.
Who's known for stealing from cultures to make goofy little games and toys.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay.
Yeah. A fancy Hasbro. I'm not talking bad about corporations.
Sure. I'm gonna, while I'm trying to talk him down, I'm gonna start getting Manfred to use the suit's technology to start hacking the gun and try and disarm the triggering mechanism.
Yeah, so Manfred back at the house begins to type away ferociously at a computer. And then he does what every hacker does and plugs in a USB cable.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as the USB stick goes in, he goes, "Sir, I've downloaded a virus directly into his gun. It should be disarmed."
Excellent. If this works, Manfred, your son's kidney will be made tomorrow. And then
Thank you, sir.
I'm just gonna fly right at him, try and grab him, and then launch him straight into the air while holding the boy away. Like, one hand on the boy, one hand on him, and using the super suit to just launch him upwards.
Okay, let's roll a d20 for me. And then roll a d6 and minus it.
Okay. It would be a 13, because I rolled a 5 on the d6, which is no mess.
Yeah, you're still able to do it. But you do dislocate the boy's arm in the full process. But the Aquanator goes flying like 45 feet up in the air. And the boy is safe. Everyone starts cheering. They're all ecstatic. People start taking pictures of you. The boy, despite his arm being dislocated, still seems pumped. Everyone's ignoring how terrible this situation is because you're so cool. And as the Aquanator hits the height of like 75 feet, because he just kept going, he detonates, and blood and guts rain down upon everyone. They're Atlantean blood and guts, so they're like blue. So nobody knows what's going on and starts cheering, and some kids play in it.
Yeah. I shield the injured boy from it, and they're just like flexing and Global City #1 and Atlantean Cirque, all that kind of crap.
Yeah. Everyone has a great time. Your sensors pick up an unknown technology in the area. As you turn to see where this reading is coming from, you see a man holding what looks like a detonator. He's in the crowd, and despite his power suit-like armor, it seems his fedora and trench coat disguise is enough to crowd him from the public perception.
Manfred, quickly, run facial recognition. See if you can find that man in the crowd.
Sir, he's wearing a full face helmet.
No kidney for your son, Manfred. No kidney.
Yes, sir. I'll try my best. A couple pictures of people wearing helmets, including yourself, appear in front of your, like, heads-up display. They're all, like, small-time crooks who have, like, stolen your tech in the past and have tried to replicate your armor. But you do know a consistent thing is all of them have the same T-shaped visor as your suit. I'm not getting a ping. None of these are exact matches. But it does seem to be your technology, sir.
Initiate full lockdown while we deal with this. I'll try and get my hands on it and start making my way through the crowd here.
As you start to push through the crowd, you get to where he should be, and you see a large figure in the fedora and trench coat, and as you grab the trench coat and turn around, it's just a man selling watches. The guy is gone.
Good work, citizen. And just gonna take away.
All of you return to your lives. Tommy, you go back to your podcast. You make it. Elongated Muskrat gets totally zooted on the Zaza and makes a fool of himself. Paget, you go home to find all your stuff in boxes just outside of your apartment door. They didn't wait the 30 days. You hear family inside what was your apartment. And you hear the signature ding of your limited edition Hello Kitty toaster go off, as you know someone took it out of the box to make some toast.
My God.
Yaka, you go back to drinking in your on-fire, blood-soaked dojo. It doesn't bother you. And Dinah, you go about your day. What are you doing at this point? What's a home life for Dinah look like?
I think that right now she's doing her normal routine, which is to go home, make a protein shake, and then throw it up. I think that she's having a hard time, like, going through those motions because her nemesis is dead.
Mm-hmm.
And wondering, like,
What's
what do
next?
I do now?
Yeah. So the man you fought, the man you spent every day of your life with for the past, like, 4 years, is dead. He exploded in front of you. and life seems meaningless. We talk about the loss of a parent, the loss of a child, the loss of a friend, but nobody talks about the loss of an enemy.
It's hard,
It's the enemies that really define us.
right?
Um,
So she just starts going through all of her memorabilia, like the rock lobster keychain, her
Yeah.
puppet action figure, the news clippings of the two of them fighting that she has in a photo album with like yellowing pages, and just sits down on her floral brocade sofa
It
in
would be-
her very nice house
yeah,
with a picket fence.
it would be sweet if it wasn't just a little insane. You hear a beeping. A familiar beeping.
A beeping.
It's not a bomb this time, but a blue door of light appears in your living room.
Jump
And
into
through that
close.
blue door of light walks a man, a very suave man in a long trench coat, wearing a fedora.
You are in
Dynamite.
the wrong house.
Dynamite.
Me.
You don't know me yet, but you will. I need your help.
I love helping.
Would you follow me? And he
Yes.
gestures to the door,
She
Uh,
goes.
effectively kidnapping Dynamite without trouble. Paget, you pick up your boxes, and as you do, you hear a familiar beeping, similar to the technology of the bomb.
Yeah.
And as you go to look at it, assuming it's Magpie coming to finish the job, it's a blue door of light, and a man
That's
in a
not
fedora.
suspicious at all.
What was that, sorry?
That's not suspicious.
Continuing not to be suspicious, you see a man in a trench coat and fedora walk out, and goes, Paget Revere? Or shall I call you Princess Pigeon?
Keep it down. I'm trying to. It's a secret identity for a reason. First rule of superhero code is you don't talk about the secret identities.
I forget in this time, those are still important.
Yeah, I live
I
a very
need your-
average life.
I need your help. Would you mind coming with me?
Yeah.
And he gestures towards the blue door.
And I just pick up my 4 boxes
Uh,
and I
Le-
hold in my
le-
hand
le-
that.
Leave those.
But it's all I got.
Yeah, no, you won't need them.
But what about my Hello Kitty
Yeah,
toaster?
you won't need them.
But my toaster.
You won't even need it.
I grab like a spare T-shirt and I just put
No,
it in
no,
my
no,
bags.
don't even take that.
I'm just gonna change real
No,
fast to the
you
portal.
can't take it.
I just
You know,
put it on.
No, just take it off.
I need a T-shirt. I'm cold.
Okay. Fine,
This
fine.
portal
Let's
is
get through the
chilly.
portal. Get through the portal.
Okay. Then I cautiously step through the portal.
Yaka, you're drunk out of your mind. Your true arch nemesis was never your brother. It was your crippling alcohol addiction.
You
As
cannot
you're-
bomb. You cannot bomb the alcohol. So
Yeah.
like my brother was just a pawn in my life.
Behind you, a blue light appears, and as you turn around to see it, there is in fact a blue door standing there, and out from it is a man in a fedora in a trench coat. And he goes, Yaka, I need your help. Would you mind coming with me?
I'm going back to drinking.
Okay, would you please come with me? It's like a dire situation.
What is it?
I can't tell you.
Then I'm not coming.
You have to.
Are you my dad? No, he's dead. Are you my mom? No, she's dead. Who are you?
Listen, there's a bunch of booze on the other side of the store.
No, I don't want to listen.
Please.
Just taking a huge chug of of beer, or no,
Oh,
strong alcohol.
Okay, we'll do it the other way then. He clicks a button on his wrist and the door goes through you.
Oh well, I guess I'm here.
Tommy Tankard, you just finished your podcast session, and as you walk out the door, you see a trench coat, you see a fedora, and you see a blue glowing door. Dr. Tommy Tankard.
I assume
I
you're
need
the
your help.
person who took my technology, yes?
Not yet.
Quantum mechanics involved. Interesting.
Why don't you step through this door and come with me?
There's some sort of point A to point B scenario? Wormhole, maybe?
Less point A to point B and more point A to point 17. You
Fascinating.
wouldn't understand it.
How dare you, sir? I will understand and run straight through the door.
As you go through the door, you're greeted by 3 other individuals.
As I'm standing here in my Yaka Heart head t-shirt covered in a few barbecue stains, I look around and I go, and I like dust off my hands and I drop my like bag and I'm like, I can't believe I'm in the same room with you guys. Mr. Tin Man, sir, I listened to you on the Wrong Way Across the Wall podcast last week, and I loved your theory on how green energy is going to save the world from Atlanteans. I can't believe I'm in the same room with you. And then I like look at Dinah Might, and I'm like, you, and I watched you when I was like 5. I watched you fight Rock Lobster in the streets of Global City Square.
Well, we're not talking about that right now. Where are we?
Who the fuck are you?
I'm working on that. Manfred, begin scanning environment.
You don't get any response.
No kidney for your son, Manfred. I mean, nice to meet
Does
you
your
all.
son need a new kidney? I
No.
have several.
No, he's fine. Don't worry about it. I can sort that out. Hello. Hello. I'm going to start an manual scan with the watch while we all get to know each other.
Yeah, you begin.
It tickles.
You begin to scan everything as the fedora man takes off his fedora when you guys all realize he's in a power armor. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Bye.
My name is Percival Power.
Tall, dark, and robotic.
Okay. I'm a hero from the 236th century.
Oh, that's long.
Time travel. Right, yeah.
I pulled you from the time stream today
I've been drinking too much.
because you're the only ones who can help me stop my future self from killing everyone ever.
Weren't you your future self?
Not yet,
I'm very confused.
as we all are.
Why don't we just kill you now, and then that would just stop your future
Because
self
everyone
from
knows that's
existing?
not how time travel works.
We haven't.
I'm sorry, you picked me? I'm just a mail courier.
That's exactly why I picked you. You 4 are the most useless superheroes in all of history. Nothing you do will ever matter, and that's why removing you from the time stream won't affect it.
I agree with
That's
you.
not very fair. I just defeated my nemesis today.
A man who is going to die of cancer in exactly 6 hours.
What?
Huh?
He had crusted cancer?
He did have crustacean-based cancer.
I can't be useless. I'm going to lead humanity on a galaxy-expanding revolution as we conquer
Yeah.
the stars.
Did you heard about his domes that are protecting warehouses all over the city and are convenient branding things? and no city in the world is ever going to use similar technology to be a concert venue.
Stop.
In
And
2
have you
days,
seen- have you
in
seen
2 days,
Yaka's
you
PR
launch your
feed?
rocket, it explodes over the city, and you die tragically.
Me?
Mr. Tankard.
How?
Yeah, and Yaka's PR team. Everyone loves him here. I'm in a Yaka Hurt Head t-shirt.
Yaka has alcohol poisoning.
Well, yeah, we all knew that already.
His liver is failing.
Well, yeah, he's like bright yellow. We do.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a doctor.
He's also gonna die.
That's
He
not
refuses to get a transplant.
He's not eligible. He has to be sober for a year.
Yeah, he refuses.
He's an American.
I think he's
Yaka
one of
of the martial artist. He's an American, a white man. So
Yeah, I bought it at the statue of Yaka in the harbor. This is where I got my t-shirt.
Why is there even one with me?
And Pidge, you don't die. You just aren't important enough to matter.
everyone's a little bit important.
Not Paget.
You know,
Every time Paget is supposed to do something important, she gets distracted by her duties as a mail courier or as a pigeon-themed superhero. And as that second
doing
one,
my best.
in the modern world, mail couriers are basically obsolete.
For
And,
someone who wants our help, you're being awfully rude.
My drone program is supposed to make mail carriers obsolete, so maybe it was that.
And he has this very, very long and cylindrical rocket that definitely is not compensating for anything.
They all
It's
have,
just ready to go.
they have to look like penises. It's important.
Of course.
You can't say that.
It's aerodynamic.
Sorry. They have to look like Johnsonville sausages. It's important.
Oscar Mayer wieners.
There's only one way that my rocket would explode, and that's internal sabotage. Manfred!
Yes.
Sorry. I know you're trying to give a world-saving spiel, but do you guys mind real fast? I'm gonna take out my phone and just like get up to each of them and like take a picture and just be like,
Dinah's like,
As you're taking my picture, it's just me talking to Watch saying, "Kill Manfred!"
just like taking selfies with all of them.
But
I can't believe you included me with them.
wait, if you could travel back in time, can you go back in time to the time before Rock Lobster's head exploded?
In theory,
Let's do that.
it would be a different time. That doesn't work that way. I pulled you all right before you were gonna die in terrible accidents, or you're about to live your life doing nothing forever.
It's impossible for me to die. I don't
You
think I
would
could do
think-
nothing.
I think so. Turns out long-term exposure to a man in a crustacean-powered power armor gave you also crustacean cancer.
I have crustacean cancer.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I have crabs.
I believe that is the less professional term, yeah.
No one will bury me.
I'm sorry, we had to pick one. Send humanity into the galaxy or cure crabs? We decided galaxy. You know,
what do you want
shareholders.
me to say? Yeah, like, what do you want me to say?
I've gathered you for an intricate mission. You must break into my future self's tower and defeat him before he's able to go back in time even further and erase, real superheroes
Like me.
Where is this tower?
in the future. Once we open this door, you'll be transported to Global City number 5.
What number
And
are
once-
we?
1.
That's like 5 away.
Yeah, so, terrible. Turns out having an entire city where a bunch of superheroes exist consistently is terrible for, like, the socioeconomic
Infrastructure?
It's just terrible. Again, this entire city gets destroyed so often they just rebuild it. and then they brand it differently by adding a 1, or a 2, or a 3, or a 4, and now a 5. I'm from the third global city, and my future self came back in time to kill me, but realized he can't do that.
Because it would kill himself in the future.
Can we
That's not
stop
how
with
it
the
works.
episodes,
I'm
guys?
pretty sure
'Cause
that's
I'm
how it
getting
works.
very confused.
Long story short, I need you to go fight/kill my future self.
Which looks and sounds and acts exactly like you.
Almost. He
What's
has
different?
a dark mustache.
Oh, that's that checks out.
That's how you know he's evil.
Does he speak German?
He does. I don't know. I don't currently speak German. You might have taken a German class. Maybe.
I don't speak German, so.
Is the Tin Man available?
This is the Tin Man.
Oh, he is the Tin Man.
Bro,
Points
why are
to
you,
the Tin Man?
why are you outing me like this?
Oh, sorry. Introduce yourselves. And he steps away awkwardly.
I'm Paget Revere. It is so nice to meet you. Hi. And she goes up and shakes everyone's hand.
Oh, I knew your
individually.
great grandfather.
You knew Grandpa Paul?
Of course I did.
I hope I
Very
can do it
gentle
on the
lover.
What?
I am honored to be in your space. And just gonna take a minute.
You mean all up in these guts? Sorry, that's not a 60s thing to say.
I hope he rearranged your insides gently.
It seems like the Count is doing that for her. Huzzing!
My name is Dinah Might.
Yeah?
That's my whole name. And I like long walks on the beach and saving the planet.
Okay. Well, I'm Dr. Thomas Tankard, as I've now been outed as the Tin Man. Global city #1, and everyone else sucks.
Wait, you do look like Keanu Reeves.
Doesn't he?
Yeah,
He's the perfect casting.
I know. Are you Keanu Reeves?
No, but I wanted us to go in a different direction for the film, but they really liked Keanu, and I'm a huge fan. Me and Keanu had dinner, we talked about it, but he insisted that this was the role he had to play.
Yeah, I heard he played Wick John real well, and then, I loved him in Speed. Really, it inspires me a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for this film, and I think you being the topic of this true to life, true story based on a true story biopic is gonna be perfect.
Well, it turns to the future, man. How does it do in theaters? Does it do well? Is Keanu received well? No? Was that because of my tragic demise?
Did they even show the movie? It seems like it would be insensitive. Yeah.
Okay. That did
Do they show it?
They did
Yeah.
release the trailer that included the rocket explosion, and they used the actual footage. It was
Oh no!
just a bad marketing attempt. Michael Bay really crossed a line.
really need Yaka's PR team on that.
Yeah, they're great. Did you see that noodle chain they opened up?
Yeah, Yakisoba.
Yakisoba?
Yeah, sober.
Yeah, the drunken peanut noodles are my favorite.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of I Kill My Brother chop salad.
I don't think they have that in this
Not yet,
global
not yet.
city. Yeah.
Not yet.
Wait, you kill your you have a brother?
Not
Touche.
It's like a about.
What about me? Do I get anything cool?
Get some cats.
I get cats.
a cat amongst the pigeons?
Yeah.
You give up
like
on the
Captain
gimmick.
Calico?
It's fine. I've got mail to deliver. It's okay.
Male or male?
Mail. I got like I got to deliver the Daily Gazette and the Global Post.
You'll actually lose your job.
It's cool. It's cool. I'll still have my Hello Kitty toaster. After
Then
this, we can go back to my place,
that
and I'll
little,
cook you guys.
That little girl breaks it.
It's
So-
fine. We're good. Everything is okay. Nothing is wrong at all. I am absolutely.
You actually
It's
have a mental
toast.
breakdown that has you institutionalized. It's
Okay. I thank you for that.
And what the?
For that
when-
little story.
but you have a chance to be real heroes before all that happens.
and
We were
who,
already real heroes.
Who
I'm
inherits
sure.
My dojo?
What is it, Yaka?
Who inherits my dojo?
Who inherits your dojo? Probably
Oh,
no one, since
I
it's
see.
a pile of ash.
I was gonna say I don't think it makes it.
So here's what I'm gonna say. We have all
Just
the
for
time
your
in the
dojo.
world because you have the power to time travel, right? We could do this at any time.
Yep.
Great. So let's all just get our hair and nails done. Quick mani-pedi. Just take care of ourselves.
If we kill you in the
Clean up a
future,
bit.
would you cease to exist?
Nope, because that's
I
the
would
future.
Mani-pedi.
Manfred used to do my mani-pedis.
But if you can already time travel before and you know you will die because you sent us, you can go back before and kill us.
Listen, I don't understand time travel at all.
I know you don't, because I've been explaining to you how we can easily rectify the situation right here, right now.
What are your greatest weaknesses and fears?
Yeah. What dynamite?
I don't think I have any.
Why do you have armor that's
Wow, we
like
have
mine?
so much in common.
Where did you get that?
Well, after your death, Manfred inherits your company
Yo.
and sells your power armor just, to everybody.
But
This is like a pair of Levi's in like 10 years.
Ton Gibraltar at the church said that my company would be donated to the core people who matter. We're going to explore science.
I know Manfred's probably doing it right now, but he's moving some things around in your will.
Goddamn Manfred.
It turns out abusing a person for years on end and extorting them sows some bad seeds.
I didn't
Wait, you mean
abuse. He's not a
That
person.
you are part of the Church of Tomology?
I mean, why else do you think Michael Bay was filming it? You know, his wife's in the church, she's friends with my agent, I didn't really have a say in it. I have a big T-beam super blaster, and I didn't even have a chance of saying that Michael Bay was directing my film.
I knew you
I'm
would.
gonna make a name for myself.
Yep,
I'm gonna be as great as Grandpa Revere.
sure. Yep, that's it.
I could be a gentle lover too, and she's gonna take off her glasses and slide up to Dinah.
Who are you?
I just introduced myself. I'm Paget Revere.
Oh, sorry, I didn't recognize you without the glasses on.
Oh, here.
Oh, there you are. Oh man, this other stranger came up and was telling me that they were you, and I didn't
Barry
believe
the
them for a
platypus.
second.
You shouldn't. I missed an opportunity. But Jet the
fair enough.
pigeon.
So yeah, sorry, that was funny.
He's still going.
Sorry.
Okay. Where were we?
We were going into forward in time.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So he gives you guys the blueprints of the building. I was able to steal these from my future self the last time I encountered him. If you're able to study these, you should be able to find your way through the building and jump him in his lab, where he spends all of his time.
Excellent.
I'm going to start scanning the blueprints with my watch and, like, display a 3D holographic thing of the building and start mapping out automated entry points and exit points and stuff. You know.
Yeah, so these gorgeous
leg wraps.
holograms just pop up, and you're able to get a way better view of the entire building.
I've got these numbered leg wraps, you see. You just kind of put them around your ankle to identify who you are amongst a pack. I've been working on them, and you know, hopefully they can turn you guys into pigeons, and we can crawl through the vents.
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't see a problem with the science. I've been working on it for a super long time in my bedroom. Don't mind the grease stains. They're definitely labeled and supported with pizza boxes. But it's fine. It was free delivery. They barely made it on time.
That does not sound like a clean lab. Dinah, why don't you try this little invention and see if it turns you into a pigeon?
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take out my pigeon band and
Okay.
load it up
Recording
onto my band gun.
Pigeon test 1A.
Rudder.
A slap bracelet? What is it?
It's like a slap bracelet made out of cardboard, pizza box with some wires on the inside, and you see little traces of pigeon, like running through the wires. Like you see some mashed up
traces
feathers
of
and other
pigeon.
stuff.
Just sinew and eyeball and beak.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
liquid pigeon.
Yep. And then once I put it on her ankle, I reach into my pocket really, really, really fast and pull out a pigeon beak, and I just like party hat it to her face.
Oh,
Does Paget believe this will work?
No.
Dinah does.
She
On a
would be
scale
shook.
of 1 to 20, how much does Dinah believe it's going to work? Dinah.
Oh, Dinah?
Yeah.
20.
And Paget, scale of 1 to 20.
Like a 10.
Okay, so I want you to roll a d20 and minus 10.
-9.
It doesn't work, unfortunately. The
Dang
power
it.
of belief was not enough.
I thought I got the wiring right this time. I was so I'm sorry, guys. I
Dinah
thought I
very
had a
carefully takes this thing off and winds up breaking it into a million pieces, trying to remove it from her ankle. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's falling apart.
It's okay. I got that pizza box from Little Beezers. It's fine.
Little what?
You know, Little Beezers from the Bizonian Empire. They have little guy.
I thought, out of game, I thought you said Little Weezers, and we're implying that Weezer opened a pizza chain. Okay, Little Beezers. Anyways, continue.
Pigeon test 1A failed. Apparently, old pizza boxes and wiring cannot turn human matter into pigeon.
Why don't we just walk?
Wait, you've got a super suit.
Mhm.
You can jump. Can you fly? Can you fly, Dad?
Not technically, but it's definitely more than you can do.
I can fly. I can fly. And Yaka real fast. We could just go up the side of the building.
Oh, that's easy.
We could just take and then go down the vents. You know, like that movie.
Why are you so
Hard
intent
Die?
on using the vents? Why don't we just walk in? Just fight them.
I watched a
big
lot
thing
of
like-
Christmas movies where people
Like
break into the vents.
experience the might, and then you punch them.
Yeah, technically, yes, you can kill them all.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we can do that too. But how cool would it be to crawl through the vents and all of the shiny things and
What's
Nah.
nasty
all
in
the
there?
little things? Think
Seems
about all the little
nasty.
trail mixes we could find.
Seems nasty. I'm gonna.
You eat
Ooh.
out of vents?
I'm just saying it could be real warm.
I'm immune to cold.
Lucky. I just thought, like, you know that movie Hard Die? Where with Willis Bruce, they go in.
I understand what you're saying. How about Dinah and Yaka here go straight in the front door and, do the superhero thing. And then we fly up the top and we creep in the top end. And then they'll never expect a pincer attack.
Yaka, you're gonna be my sidekick.
Okay.
She high fives him. And they freeze frame. I'm still
Yeah.
like this.
He will not high five. Before you high five, he will throw his bottle to you like, don't approach me.
I'm
much
gonna
Dinah laser eyes it and then high fives him anyway.
grab my necklace and
Just take my- she's gonna take my hand and just.
Yeah.
and some limp amputee pigeons, kind of pathetically. come with your
Amputee pigeons.
Some of them
pigeons
got-
out of your backpack. Just fly out because you got to carry some pigeons in order
Yeah.
for transformation.
Yeah, I always have like urgent.
Ouch.
Pigeon.
Princess Pigeon reporting for duty.
And suddenly you guys all recognize Paget as Princess Pigeon. Well known, but like mixed opinion based superhero.
I'm ready.
Okay.
But we gotta wait for Paget, don't we?
I'm Paget.
Let's just wait here for Paget.
I put my glasses back on for a second.
I worry that the
Oh,
crab.
okay. Now we can go.
I worry the crab cancer has already spread to her optical nerves.
Why?
Why?
None of you recognized me when I had my fedora on. It's just basic disguise. Add one thing and you're different.
I knew that you were a man in power armor, but I couldn't find you in my databases.
Unlikely.
Yes.
Why didn't you tell anyone? Teamwork makes the dream work, Tin Man.
Exactly, Tin Man.
What?
Um,
I didn't know you were talking to me.
He was too much Zaza from the last podcast.
Hey, I just beat the king of Atlantis, baby. No more flooding in Global City.
You beat Aqua guy?
Nader.
Aquanator?
The Aquanator.
Trademarked.
The Aquanator glucked his final gluck.
You speak Gluckokian?
No one has time for that ridiculous language.
I've been practicing on
Dinah takes
Duolingo.
out her fuck Atlantis trucker hat.
That's my kind of gal.
Let's get going.
Gluck, 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 gluck,
Oh,
gluck.
all right.
Gluck.
If you're ready, he says. And he
yourself,
opens. And he opens a little portal, and I think we're gonna go to break because Buck has to go pee.
I also have to
Okay.
pee.
Hey. Portal
And
break.
We're missing Thomas anyway. There he is.
Yeah.
He's back.
Portal
I know you
break.
could hear us.
Everyone
I can
practice your
hear you
gluck
from
glucks while we're
anywhere.
going.
Gluck, gluck.
Alrighty.
All right. Cool. There we go.
And we're back. Alrighty, so we left off our will-be heroes were brought into a space between time by a mysterious man in a trench coat and power armor, because aesthetic. Who is tasking them with defeating his future self, known as Percival Power. Blueprints have been examined. A pincer plan has been chosen. And the modern, let's say good Percival, opens the door to the future for you.
Dinah goes right in.
Dinah goes in.
Princess Pigeon follows shortly after.
I just whisper into my watch before I go. It's tummy tank time. And put on my suit, and then I go through the door.
I guess I need to pull.
Alright. As you rush in, you're greeted by the epitome of futures. Flying cars, giant holographic billboards. Everything is in neon tones of blues and pinks. White metallic structures cover the city. It's very Blade Runner.
Is the branding no longer like Mr. Tankard? Is it like predominantly like Manfred branding? Like, has he done all of the work?
Yeah, there's a lot of Manfred United, which is the rebranded company.
Which is the unionized
Yeah.
company.
God damn this old feeble son of a bitch.
As you guys look off in the distance, you do see the Percival Powers building just ahead.
Is it the power tower?
It is the Power Tower.
Excellent.
And in about an hour, it'll be the Power Hour Tower.
Cannot wait. Do they have happy hour in the power tower? During
They do
power
indeed.
tower hour. Guys, we should check out if the power tower has happy hour. Like a little pre-attack drink.
Oh, I couldn't possibly. And she takes a flask out of her front pocket.
Yeah. You know that alcohol destroys your frontal lobe, right? So you can't reason with people normally.
I was just hoping they had free trail mix, to be honest.
The only
What's-
lobes I reason with are these.
You call your hands lobes?
No, today I do. Stop! I don't understand.
It's the cancer, just let her be.
Maybe we should see if they have a doctor. Maybe let's put our superhero mission on pause and see if in Global City 5 they've cured crustacean cancer.
Press doctors.
Oh. I mean, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You know what? We need to get her locked up. I look at the other two. We need to get her help ASAP.
Or maybe we let her go in through the front door and it's win-win.
You're right. We'll put her out of her misery.
Um,
What a shame.
Super hearing, and I can hear everything that you're saying.
No, dear, it's the cancer. It's warping your mind.
Oh. No, I don't think so.
I think the crabs have made their way to your brain.
I know brain crabs. Rock lobster is with me always.
Are you in love with him?
No.
Are you sure? Like, we can talk about it. Do you need to talk to somebody?
No.
No, we keep our feelings very tightly bottled up and then eventually go insane and be institutionalized. That's how women in this period work.
Yeah.
Everything is fine all of the time, and I wear very pretty shoes. My house is very clean.
You know what? You're lucky you've got a house.
I am lucky I have a house. Thank you for noticing.
I was evicted like 22 hours ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it for all the pigeon shit?
That must have
No.
been annoying.
It was. She took my toaster.
That bitch.
I know. It was a
Who
2000.
steals a woman's toaster? That is
Especially when it
secret.
was a mint condition 2002 white box Hello Kitty imprint toaster straight out of Tokyo.
I don't know what any of those words mean strung together, but individually I know what they do. So I'm going to nod.
It like when you put the raw toast in the toaster. It's
Where does the
sped
bread
up-
go?
You mean the bread?
No, guys, raw toast.
An actual bit of Taylor just slipped through.
Crustacean cancer seems to have been jumping from a second patient very quickly. Keep suit on at all
So
times.
the raw toast goes in, and then when it goes, it comes out, and Hello Kitty's face is on the toaster.
Is on the toaster? How did it get on the toaster?
Well, it was always on the toaster, but I meant it was on the toast.
Oh,
See, I would have Manfred carve the Hello Kitty face onto my toast as punishment.
for what?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
what
know.
did Manfred do?
Maybe that's why he's 17.
He's a terrible
Yeah.
manservant, so he needs to be punished so he learns his ways.
Is he a terrible manservant, or are you a terrible man leader?
No, it's got to be the first one.
I'm going with
Yeah.
the former.
I
However,
mean,
I'll
Tin
put that
Man
under.
is a superhero.
Under maybe.
I'll put that
Maybe
under.
for-
Look into later. Am I bad?
Maybe
leader
the
of
problem
men?
is not the Manfreds along the way, but maybe the problem is the Tin Mans.
Everyone work his problem out.
You're saying the Tin Man is struggling to have a heart?
I would be saying that. I think you could find some help in an animal-themed companion, a girl who has too much optimism, and a guy who's completely oblivious to the world around him.
Oh my god. How did we do this?
Well,
And now
Love
we're
story.
following a road to a tower.
I was trying to find the man behind the curtain.
Isn't that what personal power is? He came to us behind a blue screen,
Exactly.
and the trench coat could be a symbolism for a curtain because he's too scared to show his real self to the world and thinking we're not going to like him.
And pivot.
And they link arms and skip down the road.
As you take your first steps, the LED sidewalk shimmers gold, pointing all the way towards Power Tower. As you walk through the streets, you see plenty of monuments to past heroes. Could the most perceptive of you roll me a 20?
I've got that shiny. I'll roll for sure.
I'm still thinking.
Pidge, you notice at the corner of your eye a statue of yourself. It's a great representation. It looks just like you. Maybe a bit more heroic, maybe a little bit older, but it's you.
Do I see like statues of others? Do I see the statue of the Tin Man?
Not like immediately, not like right there, but there's like monuments to heroes all over this place. Some of them are like digital, some of them are like brick and mortar. Yours is die cast, and it's a big copper statue, not die cast. Sorry, with a bunch of pigeon shit on it, just as you would want.
This is what I'd want. Guys, I don't mean to be sentimental here, but does that... And I like copy the pose. Do we look kind of the same?
Is it wearing glasses?
No.
No, it looks nothing like you.
What about now?
What do you mean? Who? Where did? Pidge!
You must remember the cancer is really
Right.
taking her. So
It's
Oh,
it's
this
me,
woman
Dinah.
who looked just like the statue is just here. You just missed her.
Paige, I cannot see you. Paige, I cannot see you look the same. That is made of rock, and you're made of flesh. So the same thing.
okay, I'm going to say it
Good.
does look like you, because these two are
I'm
having
gonna
issues
take-
with reality.
I'm gonna out of my bag. I'm gonna quickly just pull out the barbecue stained Yak Heart's head T-shirt and just like stuff it in the nearest donation bin.
You put in what you think is a donation bin because it says for the poor, and as you put it in, it immediately lights on fire.
Oh
Oh
Uh,
my god.
well.
And then you
Manfred.
notice on the side of it, it says, Global City 5 has cut down on the homelessness problem by 50% using tools like these.
Manfred, you evil son of a bitch.
Anyways, so after
Pull
we
yourself up by your bootstraps. I agree with this method.
I like to pull up my knee-high high-heeled boots that are too impractical for this situation. You know, when we're done here, we could be a team.
Can I search for my statue?
Do you have a nemesis?
We could share.
Yeah, Thomas, you can look for a statue for yourself. Roll me good old D20.
He's
Well,
blind.
No, he
I'm
has blind
me.
fighting.
Oh, well, that's
He can see.
exciting.
He just is able to also not see. What was
I
it? Sorry,
just-
Thomas?
Well,
Yeah, so after a little bit of like looking around, you are in the hall, like a display area within the city. Let's call it Hero Park. In Hero Park, there's a bunch of monuments to different heroes and stuff. And you see one that looks like you. It has your name on it. But it says, died tragically, fighting, and then your brother's name. And then it had the date that you were pulled from, the date you killed your brother.
okay. So I was supposed to die this day. Hey guys,
Yeah.
I was supposed to die the same day I got picked up by Percival.
I'm sorry, best buddy. Do you want to go get some noodles? And she points to the yakisoba shop on the corner.
I was supposed to die to my brother, but I killed him instead.
Good for you.
That's a turnaround. That's an upgrade, right?
Yeah. Ball's rolling uphill.
I'm still scanning with my watch. I haven't ruled out that this is just an augmented reality that he's put us in, and we're all just in pods asleep in this tower.
Yeah, so as you're scanning about, you come across a few different things. One is a statue of yourself.
Ugh, gaudy.
It says, it doesn't have an inscription. There's instead a large amount of graffiti covering it. All about Manfred. And how Manfred was a monster who killed the real Tin Man. And as you like hook up to database and stuff, you find that about 10 years after your death, Manfred claimed to be Tin Man the whole time.
You think you know someone, and you trust them with your deepest secrets, and then they kill you and take your place and ruin your name.
You also see lots of Man United graffiti all around the city.
Which is hilarious because I hate Man United, so you know.
Woo! You're welcome. And then, Pidge, on your statue, it says, "Died the best of us." Dinah, you actually see a statue of yourself holding Rock Lobster's body in your arms. And it says, "Saved a foe, made a friend." And then it has a death date and a birth date for Rock Lobster, not you.
This isn't what happened. Excuse me? Excuse me? Who made this?
People just seem to be walking past you guys. You look kind of weird to them. And as you kind of look around your surroundings more, you realize you're kind of surrounded by cosplayers taking photos for like $10. There's a bunch of...
Make a quick buck.
Is there a Dinah cosplayer?
There is.
Who votes them?
It's a fairly young female figure. Doesn't have your build whatsoever. The costume's pretty good though, if not a little inaccurate.
Citizen! My name is
Citizen.
Dinah Might, and I am here to fight and find out who made that statue.
Yeah, you really got the catchphrases down. Yeah, I think you're doing great.
Who made that statue, though? How long has that been there?
Since Dinah Might was able to save Rock Lobster.
I wouldn't save Rock Lobster. Rock Lobster was my arch nemesis.
Yeah, it was later revealed that he had a form of cancer, and she donated some of her superpowered blood, and it was able to cure him, and eventually he was reformed. He lives somewhere around here. He's actually the gentleman who carved all these statues.
Can you point that out again?
Yeah, you betcha. She just points to an apartment building down the road.
She jumps. Bye!
We should we follow her?
One moment. I'm looking for someone dressed up as Tin Man.
Yeah, there's a few. They range from like 3D printed outfits to fairly good like cloth versions of the suit, all the way to guys like literally wrapped up in tin foil.
This is fantastic.
How many of you think Manfred was the real Tin Man?
All of them raise their hands.
Blast them all with the T-beam.
Homelander's the city.
You blast them all, and they cease to exist.
Did you just wipe them out?
Good job.
I transported them to a safe area. It's to my prison cell. I have a...
Brought them to a barn upstate.
Yeah. Yeah, so the way I deal with bad guys is I have a prison cell back at the old base. And when they get blasted, they get turned into atoms, and then they reatomize in the cell, so they can't, cause any issues. Mm-hmm.
And
Roll me a d20, Taylor.
Natural 20.
You're suspicious.
The most important nat 20 of your life.
There's just feet
Sus 20.
on the floor, like smirking with bone poking out. They've been reatomized in my jail cell.
is there people dressed as me? Or?
There are indeed. They're doing like nunchuck displays, and there's one guy who's just backflipping a lot of backflips.
Are any of them Fortnite dancing? Because I feel like that's the vibe.
Yeah, the guy who backflips does the Fortnite dance in between flips.
Excellent.
I'm gonna snap him out of his misery. With, just knock on the net.
You walk over.
No, I don't walk. I put one step and I'm right next to him right after.
Yeah, you appear next to him, and it's like a younger Asian gentleman, and you just knock him out instantly. And you just hear two voices go, "That guy just knocked out Canadian actor Simu Liu."
Whoa!
Who's that?
He was just cast to play Yakisoba. He was doing a press junction.
They're making another movie? Yakisoba 2? Nunchuck
From the
Boogaloo?
sky, Simon says, "It's fucking Michael Bay again!"
It's Michael Bay.
He's still alive.
Is it the Church of Bayology? Here?
It's the Church of yeah. Dinah, you land on the balcony of the apartment that was pointed out to you, and inside you see an older gentleman in a pair of overalls chiseling away at a statue.
You thought you could escape me by being forward in time, Rock Lobster, but it is I, Dinah Might, and I am here to end this fight.
It's like a 90-year-old man, and he just like turns. You're like, what? What? 1 second. And he turns up a hearing aid.
She raises her voice. I said, I am Dinah Might.
Are you Dinah?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's happening again. And he gets up and he walks over to a counter, just ignoring you. And he grabs a bottle of pills. The doc said, whenever I see you, it's a sign of my own guilt. I need to take these here to keep me in the zone.
What zone is that?
The
The
truth
safe
zone.
handling zone?
You died.
I did not. You died. I watched your head explode.
I think I'd remember that.
Give me one of those pills.
No, sweetie. These they're for dementia patients.
You think I can't fight you, old man? Said, give me one of those pills.
You see like a look of realization kind of hits his eyes. Oh. Are you the real Dinah Might?
Who else would I be? One of those posers on the street? No.
Why don't you have a seat?
Okay.
He sits
Where's your
down.
butler? Have them bring me a mimosa.
Oh, sweetie. He sits down and he kind of breaks down his situation to you. I assume I can't do the voice. I'm sorry. I assume You're from the past. Is that right, dear?
I guess. I don't really understand. This guy named Percival Power explained the whole thing to me, but I don't understand it at all.
Well, in the time I experienced, you died fighting a man named Percival Power. After a couple years after you saved my life with a blood transfusion.
Why would I do that? We were mortal enemies, Rock Lobster.
I told you about my daughter.
You have a daughter?
I do. She had an incurable form of crustacean cancer, and she passed away. And you insisted that I wouldn't have the same fate as she. That I would die fighting you one day far off in the future.
And you will.
I didn't get the chance. Percival took that from us.
No, but I'm here right now. I could kill you very easily. You're very old.
I suppose you could. Should I put on the suit and go another round?
Yeah.
Okay. He comes back, and he's in, like... This suit looks way different. It's, like, way higher tech. I suppose I've upgraded a bit since we last met. Prepare to die, Dinah Might! And he shoots a giant laser at you. It sends you flying out the apartment building and back towards the Hero Park. And there's a giant flaming hole in the side of this building. Party. I need you to all roll me a d20.
Me too.
Besides, no, sorry, not you, Dinah.
15.
4.
Yaka. Roll me a d20.
Thomas.
Thomas.
12.
With a 4, was it, Pidge?
Yeah.
Dinah just plows into you. Just takes you out.
So much smoke. I got feathers in my mouth.
And you
Thanks
see
for breaking my fall.
and you see a mechanical lobster man come out of an apartment building.
Is that?
My arch nemesis, Rock
Oh,
Lobster.
Do you need help or do you got this? 'Cause we're here.
Oh, why don't you guys find a nice place to get breakfast? And she goes back in.
Let's take the shit out of this old man.
Yeah, the fight's a lot harder than you remember it being. Normally it's a punch or two, and he's in a full body cast. The hits don't seem to be landing the same. The technology his current suit is built out of is just beyond what you were prepared for. For every hit you land, he lands one twice as hard. And for a second, you experience something brand new to you. Pain.
Oh! Oh, what is that? Oh, I hate that. Wait, stop. Time out. Time out.
Okay, yep, yeah, okay, yep.
What did you just do?
I punched you.
But you punched me before and it didn't feel like that.
Well, I found your weakness.
What's my weakness?
You don't know?
No.
Quantumite.
Of course, Quantumite.
I hate that. I hate Quantum.
Yep. It's a powerful mineral.
All right, where do you keep it on your suit?
Nope. Not gonna get me with that one.
Just you gotta tell. It's the one, if I only have one weakness and you have my one weakness, all your only weakness is that you're old and you're inside a tin can, sir.
My weakness is that I'm human.
True. And she just grabs him by the inside of the shoulders and slams him over.
Yeah, you suplex this old man in the middle of a public park. The rest of you guys, what are you doing as this brawl happens?
We're eating noodles in the yakisoba.
We are eating noodles, but I'm quickly Googling Quantumite and how I can find more of it.
Yeah, we look very defeated around this table because the noodles are so spicy.
With the modern, or I guess with the future information that at your disposal, you find that you discover Quantumite on your first trip to space. The launch that was supposed to happen, and that Percival told you, exploded.
I went to space and discovered Quantumite, but Percy told me that I died in a rocket explosion. Suspicious.
And suddenly, a rock lobster goes flying through the shop.
And everybody continues eating because
Yeah.
it's totally normal for this to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yaka, can I have one of your gyoza? Thanks. And I'm just gonna like rip my fingers into your plate. Just take the snack.
I'm gonna take it off. When you're about to put it in your mouth, you just don't have it anymore in your hand.
Hey, I really wanted one of those.
Pidge.
Yeah.
How much are you paying attention to what's going on around you?
Not a lot. I'm eating.
You feel two
Kirsten
clawed
Jose's.
hands grab you,
Hey.
and Dinah, Pidge is being thrown at you as a weapon.
Laser higher.
Roast pigeon.
I leap up to catch her.
Roll a 20.
I'm gonna start flailing behind me for my bow. Turn into my
6.
wings.
6 to roll a d20 as well.
5.
Yeah, no, you guys both go flying back out into the streets.
Oh!
Glass everywhere.
There's feathers in my mouth.
But
Sorry.
Is there still pigeon in this time?
Or have they all been exploded?
Yes.
You haven't seen one yet.
Reach into my feathers and I pull them out into little daggers. Let's go. I'm gonna start like Naruto running.
No. And she holds up her hand.
Do you
And I
start-
start
Yes.
my forehead is on her hand and I'm like running in place like
We've
"Wow."
gotta let the nemesis fight the nemesis. We might have an enemies to lover story here. You gotta let it play out, okay?
You just see a boot hit Pidge in the face.
Thanks.
And Pidge, you go flying like an extra 40 feet into the park.
You're just
Where
through
were
the
we?
walls.
Your doom! And then he shoots another laser at you. And dang, it's starting to hurt.
I need to figure out how to get this stuff out of your suit.
Can I see it?
So
Can I
tell
see
me
your
about your
rock?
dojo, Yaka. What's all this about this dojo?
You've told me you're not too perceptive,
Beautiful, you see.
Oh.
but you are actively looking. So roll me a d10.
If you want
The
to
highest you can
sometime,
get is a
can.
10, and the DC is 9.
I'm gonna make you some tea with alcohol in
6.
it. Pretty good.
You see a couple things that could be it, but you're not sure for sure.
All right, I'm gonna punch one of them.
Okay, so there's 4 of them. One is a gem in the chest. He has 2 gems on either hand, claw, and then he has 1 gem in the middle of the forehead.
I'm gonna go for the claws.
Okay, left or right?
Right.
Okay, roll me a d20. I'm also gonna roll a d20.
And you
10.
10 damage.
You beat my roll. So you do break the gem,
Ha!
and you notice that claw just falls apart. No, the boosters! You get the sense that was not the right one.
Oh.
And he's gonna.
I could stop destroying all the things that you don't want me to destroy. If you just tell me which one I'm supposed to hit.
Yourself! And then he grabs your arm and causes you to punch yourself across the face.
Ow! This is undignified!
The fight continues to go back and forth. Tin Man, Pidge, Yaka. Where are you guys at?
Tin Man and me having a discussion like, what is your dojo? Or you can visit me?
I like to do yoga in the morning in a nice like space. I find a dojo's a nice space.
Yeah, and if you buy me a dojo, I can live in a dojo high in the building. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm the kind of guy who just has decorative swords all around my apartment, even though I don't know how to use them.
Oh, I would like to see them.
Yeah, I bet you would. I bet you would.
I can do some...
Hero to hero lover story over here.
I don't know if this is like a love story or if Tin Man's taunting him.
If you want to, you know, I'll give you one of my swords. All you need to do is take it and use it on my servant, Manfred.
All you need to do is
Okay.
take it.
I'm gonna do it.
End of sentence.
Just take my sword, Thomas.
And
It's that easy.
do you want me to carve his kidney?
Yes, I need both of his kidneys. I did promise to give one of them to his son. I didn't say how I'd give it to him. If this motherfucker decides to sabotage my ship, I'm going to sabotage his goddamn kidneys.
I'm crawling out of some rubble. Ignore me.
Dinah, the fight continues on, and you finally bust the last gem. It's the Quantumite. And as you punch the gem in his chest, you see his eyes go wide, and he clutches his chest.
No! No, you were supposed to tell me which one!
Where did I?
And he falls to the ground. Tin Man, your sensors pick up somebody going into cardiac arrest
Yeah,
in the nearby area.
sounds like you got him, Dinah. Well done.
Dinah, as far as you're concerned, without extensive medical knowledge, you just killed your nemesis.
Victory is mighty!
Oh, it is.
Okay.
Victory is mine.
No, this is.
And then
this
a
is
bunch
how
of
I control
sirens.
the brand.
A bunch of sirens.
And a bunch of cops.
And Dinah
And-
stands there, screaming down her face with her fists on her hips.
They all pull out large blasters and aim them at you. And this is when you realize that they're all wearing Tin Man power armor, essentially.
Is it blue?
It's not. It's black. And it has a thin blue line.
Where are my boys in blue?
Blue's the way of the past. The future requires darker options. All of them have large metal spikes on their shoulders. The cop logo doesn't have like the eagle of Global City anymore. It's like a skeletal bird. They all have very like dark late 90s, early 2000s comic book aesthetics. They look like Lobo and Judge Dredd compared to the Superman that you're used to.
Is this fascism?
This is what the people really want. And then they start. What you hear one of them say, "Now stop or I'll shoot!" And then immediately they all let bullets rain fire at you.
I'm immune to bullets.
Yeah, they bounce off. These are warning shots. Prepare to die.
I feel very warned. Can we talk about this?
You get the sense that they aren't much for talking.
Okay. I laserize them.
That's a 360 laser. Or
Yeah. About 40 cops just become 80 half cops. Pidge, you just saw
Math
Dinah
nerd.
just eviscerate a bunch of police officers.
And I walk back into the noodle place and have my noodles.
Sorry, I'm just gonna step over your dismembered innards. Sorry, didn't mean to step on your spleen. Oh, there's some small intestine.
Oh, that is slippery.
I think you need to invest in the technology I have where you reatomize people in the jail. It's a little easier. A little easier
Less
on the
messy.
intestines. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that though.
Don't
So,
worry. I'll help you.
so how you feeling? You okay?
Great, I'm victorious again. Second time today.
I thought you were sad that your nemesis died, and then you came here
What?
and killed
What?
him again.
What?
You just told me it was like an enemy to lover situation.
Yeah.
No, obviously not. He's old. He's
Well,
dead.
there's an adult store down the street, and they sell limited edition rock lobsters, cocksters.
They're called
Saying.
cock lobsters.
Cop lobster.
Come on, Taylor, get branding right. You had cock
Sorry.
lobster right there.
Cock lobsters. They have cock lobsters. We could get you one.
It wouldn't be the same.
I mean, it would be better than what you've got.
The real deal, just outside on the
Oh
ground.
yeah, I was
dead.
gonna say I have the real thing.
But
She has
isn't he
crabs.
dead?
Yeah, he's having a heart attack.
Unless you're into necrocrustacean, then I mean, all the power to you.
Yeah, I could probably stop his cardiac arrest with the suit if you like. Or he
And I
could just die.
Can probably
What?
do-
Yeah.
Your
I mean,
honor.
do you want us to go save him? And I start dashing to give him
Yeah.
CPR.
No, I mean no, please don't.
He like twitching on the ground, just like.
And another one bites the dust. And another one bites the
I
dust.
stopped charging my electric
The
panel
armor
hands.
isn't moving at all. You can't.
Charge to 300! Charge to 300! There! Feel
like
for pulse.
lurches forward. God damn it! I thought I was gonna die.
I reach into my pocket and pull out $220 and I put it in his hand and I'm like, take Dinah to a nice place.
What?
You can
I'll
you
kill him again! Flying out of the restaurant.
He sees you like fly out and he throws Pidge at you again. He just grabs her.
She just gets hit with it and just rolls onto the concrete.
maybe the love we found along the way is
How
the
many
violence.
times do you need to kill me?
Until it's sticking!
God damn it!
I'm confused. I thought she wanted you alive. I'm so sorry. I should have let you just
Tin
die.
Man.
I'm gonna walk away.
I also thought she wanted him alive.
Yes.
Tin Man, as you stand up, your suit locks,
Oh.
and
Oh.
a face appears within your heads-up display. It's Percival, or his power armor helmet face. I thought I sensed you around here. I can't have you guys meddling in my business.
Meddling.
Prepare for your suit to self-destruct, you obsolete piece of tin.
How
What?
dare you try and destroy my suit? Manfred AI, redirect the self-destruct sequence.
Roll me a 20 for the Manfred AI.
I'm gonna slowly start
DC
getting up off
15.
the ground again.
That was a 4.
You feel your suit start to warm up.
Okay, that's not going to work. I don't.
But you've noticed the Tin Man has kind of paused.
Mr. Tankard, Dr. Tankard, sir? Are you okay?
Just fine. Suit, eject self-destruct sequence. Quickly. Get rid of the bomb. Get rid of the bomb.
Pidge, as you like walk over to see what's happening, this little cube launches out of his chest and just pegs you in the face.
Get that's explosive. Get it away. Get it away. Get it away. Get it away. Get
I'm
it
gonna
away.
hold it in my beak and start flapping really
You
fast.
just hear something in your head going, 66 miles an hour.
And I just start flapping as fast as I can fly.
Godspeed, Pigeon! You make it just out of the blast range, and you're able to drop it and make it back in just enough time.
My little arms.
You guys start to hear sirens again.
We
You're
should-
no longer frozen.
We
I
should
always
get to
found
that
it
tower
strange
fast, guys.
that Manfred insisted I
Dinah,
had a
you're still
self-destruct
brawling an old
sequence.
man.
Can we take this to the tower?
I mean, yeah, if you want to take him to the tower, we can give you guys a room by yourselves. You can have
just
his.
follow us. Just follow.
Why
We're
why
headed
are you
this way.
going to the tower?
He wants
Because
your
we're gonna
cock
kill
lobster.
What?
We're gonna kill Percival Power. You wanna come?
No!
It could be one last hurrah for you. You could be our quirky animal companion who hides in a basket the entire time.
I'm good. That sounds terrible.
Why don't you want to kill Percival Power? He's terrible.
He's done a lot of good.
Because
Like?
But doesn't he have a very dark mustache?
It's like black.
That means he's evil.
That's just not. That seems coded. People have curly mustaches all the time. What makes you believe he's evil?
Because Percy from the future told us.
Well, from the past.
He's
Our
Percy
future,
from
your
the-
past.
So why didn't you just kill him if you wanted to kill this person?
This is what I said. This is what I said.
Because he said it doesn't work like this.
Because he said we needed to kill the one with the evil mustache.
And you're sure it's Percy?
Yeah, like very positive.
You guys
I mean,
verified it?
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
They
It's
kissed.
kiss o'clock.
Yay!
Yeah.
They're cheering for your spouse.
We're only here. It's the only reason we get up at this time of day, you see. It's the only reason we're still here. It's for
The
cat
Tin
and
Man.
coffee kiss.
Tin Man, you kind of hearing Rock Lobster say all this, play back the voice you just heard in your head. That wasn't the same voice as the man in the power armor that had you guys agree to kill Percival.
Suit, break down those different voices. Match them across the interwebs. Let's get
The
a
voice,
voice ID.
it takes a couple minutes, but the voice that hired you guys to kill Percival was Manfred.
That son of a bitch.
Dun,
Manfred
dun.
Jr.
He finally got his kidney, I see. Alright. Well, it appears we've been duped by Manfred. Yet again.
Wait, you're telling me it's Manfred all along?
It's Manfred all along.
Who's been messing up everything?
It's been Manfred all along.
Yeah,
Manfred United.
yeah, Manchester
So-
United.
But
What are we gonna
But-
do?
But what happened to Tin Man? Who killed him? How did he die?
You guys died saving the world together.
Well, we didn't die. We're here.
You died like 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Why are you so old? It's 5 years ago.
You are old too. Well, not you, but
Yeah, you know.
Yes,
most of you were also old.
I believe Manfred Jr., who was pretending to be Percival from the future, lied to us all about how insignificant we were in an attempt to force us into this ploy.
I have an idea.
But
so
imagine,
we're extremely
but
significant. Wow.
I have a
Maybe-
really good idea.
and I have another idea. Maybe Percival is you or one of your son or a descendant that know. And
Are you Manfred?
And Manfred Jr. want to kill me.
I'm definitely not Manfred.
No, but
What if-
I can
Yeah,
say
I
that
know.
for certain. I'm not Manfred.
yeah, but do you understand what I mean?
But if Percival Power was the son of the Tin Man, is that what you're saying?
Yes, and
What a twist!
And Manfred just left the Tin Man to create his company.
Mm.
And
Were you and Manfred lovers? And is this a lovers to enemies situation?
No. I despise
Are you
Manfred.
sure?
He's incredibly inept.
Well, that's how
But-
enemies to lovers happens.
Manfred Jr. is
I'm
your
on book talk.
son.
Yeah.
Manfred
But,
Jr. is definitely not my son. That doesn't make any sense.
So what if we go to the past and
Can
find Manfred and castrate him?
How about we find Manfred Jr. and just let him die without his kidneys?
Yeah, how
Why
about
not-
we go back in
why-
time and we just go back to the present. I kill both the Manfreds, everything's cushy.
Why not go to the Percival and the tower and speak to him?
Yeah, can Percival send us back? I don't have any time traveling capabilities. Rock Lobster, hey, do you have any time traveling capabilities?
No.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go see the magical man in the tall tower.
Wait,
Okay.
pigeons are kind of all-seeing prophecy creatures. Do you have any time traveling capabilities?
I'm gonna squint really hard and think about time travel.
The fart off.
You fart?
That's not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do.
That's it.
Nope, no time traveling here.
Okay, now we've
It was a good
finished
start.
releasing
Go, go.
our gas. If we do go to the tower, someone else needs to speak to this Mr. Powers because he called me outdated and inferior. So I may just go on a T-beam rampage.
Maybe you need to update instead of using technology. Recycle your fryer oil.
Wait a minute. I'm in the future, where I've already discovered all these different minerals. Oh my god. I could do such things to my suit. Ah. And I'm gonna start going, like ripping out the fucking copper wiring out of the wall and taking all these future materials and just welding montage.
In the noodle shop?
Fuck yeah. I buy the noodle shop
Yeah.
quickly.
Luckily, all the fights that have been happening have plenty of like high-tech stuff exposed. Technology that's way advanced for you, but is fairly simple for this time and easily available.
Obviously.
And in no time, you've upgraded your suit. While
That's
the rest
pretty
of the party
impressive.
like hangs out, confused as to what you're doing.
Where did you get that blowtorch? Where did it come from? You don't have a lot of pockets. Unless
Just
it's the inside pocket.
I want to see like a supervillain somewhere else screaming at some Paul Abbasiston like, Tommy Tank built this in a noodle shop with a box of scraps.
Percival right now is somewhere in a tower. You're telling me he upgraded his T-beam? Do it to my suit! Tommy Tank built this with a box of scraps!
Oh god. Okay. Right.
Okay. So our plan is to go to the tower and demand that Percival Power send us back in time. And we kill Manfred
Manfred. Yeah,
so he can't
Seems easy enough.
reproduce.
correct.
So the lobster man said that we died fighting Manfred Juno, correct?
Yes. So we're gonna kill him at the source of his sperm.
No. Let's go back to our time. I'd prefer to put the old man and his dying son down myself.
That's easy enough,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He's an
You go to
infirm
one time, you go to them all, right?
He's an infirm old man, and he has a cripple of a son. So, won't be too hard.
I'm here to help.
She puts
Oh.
earmuffs on Rock Lobster.
You're gonna break my neck!
Sorry, I forgot my strength. Sorry.
All right, so we're off to see the power, the wonderful Percival power. Yeah.
That's copywritten. Shut up!
Next time, Rock Lobster. Surely I'll get you next time.
Sure.
All right,
Fuck Atlanteans.
Fuck Atlantis.
pitch out.
Yeah?
And I'm
Oh.
gonna start
Okay.
putting my wings on and running.
Global City 1, number 1, baby!
Rock Lobster returns to his home, where he picks up some of the pictures that were knocked over upon your original entrance. And though you'll never see it, the one next to his bedside is a picture of you and him and a little girl. And then you guys head to the tower.
Enemies to lovers!
Okay, guys. Upon arriving to the tower, it looks like a giant Apple store. Everything is either white or glass.
There's a two-day line to go in there.
Yeah, there's a huge lineup.
I'll go find the power genius and check us in.
What? No, we're superheroes. We skipped the line.
Oh, right, you guys are going in the front. I'll check you guys in. Me and Tin will climb up the side. I forgot we had a pincer plan. Get it together, Pidge.
Okay.
Get it
You know,
together.
but,
You're still
as a
doing the
Dutch-
pincer plan to talk to him?
As a
Yeah,
Dutch,
just gonna
like,
jump
we're
through two
going the-
different sides.
Yeah, I think.
I'm gonna break as
stick
much
to
of his
the plan.
building
So
as
there's
I
gonna
can.
be two of you in one team, and two of you in another team, and you're just gonna come at it from different sides.
Yeah.
And just get in there. Just,
Guys, we can't stray from our plan.
Yes, we can.
You know the
No, we can't.
saying,
You're my sidekick, and I said so.
once you've made a plan, you need to stick to it, no matter how bad it is.
And who are you, Dynamic? Oh no, who are you?
You've been drinking. I think you should let us take you home. And home happens after we scissor this.
Stop talking to me like I'm
for
an old
hours.
man.
Power scissors. I'm gonna
My
find the
name is-
nearest power genius and check in Dynamite and Yaki.
yeah, so there's a couple of like cute anime robots walking around. They look like little anime like dogs and stuff.
Excuse me, Mr. Robot.
Yep.
My grandma and her caretaker over here. I'm gonna point to Dinah and Yaka.
Dinah's
They
like
have
a
an
young adult
appointment.
woman.
They have an appointment later next
Like a
week.
6 foot tall, 120 pounds, like huge tits.
But but we're in the,
Are you just 60 pounds of tits and 60 pounds of bone?
Yes.
we're in the area and they have an appointment next week. Could we get them in sooner?
It just continues to yip, but subtitles appear above its head, like holographic subtitles. They just say, "We
He's
can get
got
your big
big
titted
tits."
grandma in whenever you want."
Perfect. Maybe in about 12 minutes and 22 seconds. I think that's all it will take.
Yip.
Okay, she yipped, so I think you guys are good. 12 minutes, 22 seconds. Tin Man, roll out! And I'm gonna start running
As
towards
you're
the side of the
walking
building.
away, the holographic thing says, "Don't gender me, you Quasimodo-looking thing." And then you leave.
I'm gonna start flapping up the side of the building. Is the glass
Yeah.
glass super clean?
So clean.
I'm gonna throw dirt every 5 feet ahead of
You
me to make
can't
sure I
even
can see it.
you can't even tell the glass is there, Taylor. So you don't have anything to throw dirt at.
I'm gonna do my best.
You're just like, wow, really open concept.
Yeah,
No
literally.
windows or walls.
You know, you go with the malice of being a bird. You don't see window.
Yeah, no. Me and Taylor actually talked about this. It's one of her character's major weaknesses. Is she
That's
can't
why
see
I'm
glass if
throwing
it's clean.
dirt.
You don't know it's there. What are you throwing dirt at?
Just everywhere.
You don't know what glass is.
All right, Tin, are you ready?
I was born
Insert montage of us running up the side of a building.
ready. I just
Bye.
blast straight up with my rocket feet and just watch you
And then 10
flat.
minutes later, Pigeon gets to where you just were.
But I
And then you're
budgeted
at
for
the
12
top.
minutes and 22 seconds.
I've made some upgrades.
It takes Pidge quite a while to catch up with you, and you guys are greeted by a little anime dog robot that goes yip yip, and then a sign above his head goes, "Big Tit Grandma, come with me."
It's good.
My name is Dinah, but thank you. Okay, sure.
You notice it has a little clipboard on its back, and it has Pidge's signature, and it's signed off as you legally as Big Tit Grandma. And then you guys walk in. And you guys are still in the lobby, and it's like, it again, very Apple Store like. The little dog's like, "What can I do for you?"
Can you show me where the stairs are, please?
It gestures to a stairwell.
I go.
You see beside the door it says 1 of 1,000 for the floors.
No problem.
Yeah, actually, I forgot, you're like Superman, and he has super speed. Yeah, you guys get to the top, no fucking problem.
I climb the stairs.
In fact, you get up there and you see Tin Man waiting for Pidge.
Oh, hi. You were supposed to already be in.
And then Pidge gets there.
I was delayed.
Hand goes over the side of the roof. Other hand goes
Yaka,
over the side of the roof.
Yaka, do you want to do the honors?
News of what?
Not gonna open the vent grate.
No, I'm kicking down the door.
Oh. Yeah, kick it down, Yaka!
You will open the door.
Do not destroy my dojos. A dojo is a dojo.
Inside the door is a lab, and you see a young, handsome man working on a power suit on like a laboratory table. You can tell because of the photo that this is Percival. This is the guy who has his face plastered all over the building. Or at least the power armor helmet, because he's still wearing that.
And I'm knocking this. This
Uh,
where we are.
Should we be cookie salespeople?
What?
Girl guides!
I heard you just ask if you can be cookie salespeople.
Girl guides!
You're clearly not girl guides.
I'm a girl guide!
No.
I have a badge.
He like reaches for a walkie-talkie on his lapel. Is like, security.
I'm gonna EMP
Throw it.
EMP blast when it looks like he's going. I turn
Yeah.
off the electronics.
And I'm gonna throw a pidge dagger into his hand. Try to pin it to his chest.
Yeah. So an EMP happens, and he goes to like see what's going on, and then all of a sudden a knife just goes through his fucking hand directly into his chest. Ah!
Hey guys, whoa, chill out, guys.
No one calls me inferior.
Shut up, Manfred.
I'm not Manfred. What are you
The
talking
Tin
about?
Man's Manfred. We know your identity.
And then the head piece just goes choo, 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 choo. And you see it's Dr. Tank.
Gotta read.
Dr. Tankard.
Who the fuck is that?
I'm
The
gonna-
real Tin Man, you fool. Manfred was
gonna-
my manservant.
Oh. I think I remember reading about his wealthy benefactor, Dr. Tankard.
That's me.
Yeah. You paid for your manservant to be a superhero?
No, I think he killed me in the past and then took all my money.
Oh.
I'm gonna go remove the dagger from his hand.
Yeah, you rip a dagger out of this man's chest and hand. Thanks. What is this?
Someone ordered us kill you. And it was you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I understand happened is there was a manservant man-child named Manfred Jr., whose father was presumably Manfred Sr., and he pretended to be you, and then went to the past, and then told us to come back and kill you. So what we're asking is, do you have time travel technology so we can go back in time and cut Manfred's nuts off?
Yeah.
What? Okay, after re-explaining this to him maybe 3 times. So let me get this straight. The Tin Man is actually Dr. Tankard.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Dr. Tankard was the employer of a man named Manfred, and then Manfred Jr. gave his dad all the credit for Tin Man's exploits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he tried to get you to kill me.
Yeah.
Why would he want to kill me?
He said
know.
you were his future self who would come back in time and destroy the city and kill us all. Or something like that.
Oh.
And
Makes a lot of
and
sense.
kill the most important superhero, I think.
Do you have a tiny black mustache?
I do. He lifts up the faceplate of his helmet just enough, because he's in like a business suit and then his power suit helmet. But he lifts up just to like here, and you just see the little daintiest curly mustache.
Yep, that's the guy.
Definitely evil.
So, this person clearly had time travel abilities,
Mm-hmm.
but I was just about to discover time travel for the first time. That's what I'm doing right now.
And then, were you thinking about shaving off your mustache?
No.
Or maybe he wants us to kill you so you don't discover time travel.
I was gonna go
What
back
if there's
in
a
time.
Global City 6?
God, I hope not. I have the ability to travel to one place, one time, where are you? I have to just make sure I understand this makes sense. Are you threatening to kill me, or are you asking me a favor? Because the dagger through the arm thing kind of confused me.
Both.
No, I just am trying to understand it myself because I think I'm a little bit
Yes,
lost.
we didn't know at first, but then once I got to this place, I could use the voice recognizer, and I found that the person pretending to be you, his voice actually belonged to Manfred Jr. So that's when we realized we'd been duped.
Also, I think that if we leave you alive and then manage to get back home, back to the time when everything is put right again, and we get this ending instead of the ending that we had when we were at home, then I think that I get to get cock-lobstered a lot.
She's a little crabby, so she needs to be cock-lobstered.
She has crab
Okay.
cancer.
Who am I to clam jam? Everybody get in the time travel machine.
Alright, I'm just gonna...
You guys all pile into this little time travel machine.
Is it the size of like a phone booth?
Yeah, it's roughly the phone booth.
You
It's like
you can spell Yaka. But
It's like a
Like
police. It's like a police phone box, but
Is it bigger on the inside?
no, it's actually smaller. It's
Fuck!
Yaka hasn't taken a shower in weeks. As you can smell.
Just your leg is in my face. Just like move
I
it
just
over
need
a little
someone
bit.
stepping on my way!
You're just like
Uh,
it's just a little bit to the left. Just squeeze in. If you turn it just a little bit, like just to Tin Man, if you just turn like a little bit, just like
Tin
your
Man,
head
rotate,
this way.
please.
All the turning and adjusting, and the machine goes off, and you guys are sent back in time. The four of you plus Percival pile out of the machine. And you guys look around, and it's not present day for you guys. It's not where you guys came from. It's about 15 to 20 years in the past.
Okay. How's everyone doing?
It's the day Manfred Jr. is to be born.
Now, are we all our regular age, or did we de-age?
No, you guys are your normal age.
Okay, so I'm not 4 years old. Excellent.
If you'll excuse me, I have a few errands to run, and that will probably restore the timer.
We're doing this together. We're a team.
Are you sure you want to be there for this? This could be pretty nasty.
I'm a pigeon. I'm Princess Pigeon. I will be there.
Yeah, pigeons make excellent midwives. I will stay outside though.
Well,
I'm gonna come. If you don't mind.
I'm gonna come all over that baby.
That's not what I said.
this has got dark real quick.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, you guys are literally about to kill a
God,
baby. It was
please, no.
dark already. It just got gross.
We're not going to kill him. We're going to zap him into my jail dungeon thing.
Oh yes, yeah, sure.
Same.
Oh, Chris.
What did I do?
Nothing.
So through a series of events, you guys are able to find, I guess, the hospital in which Manfred is to be born. And Percival warns you, the real Percival warns you, doing so, if it truly is the cause of all this timey-wimey bullshit, will send you back to where you guys came from the day the fake Percival kidnapped you.
You know, this situation reminds me of a problem that was taught in my ethics and morals class once.
What's that?
If you go back in time to kill baby Hitler, are you good because you're killing Hitler? Or are you bad because you're killing a baby?
You're good, because you killed Hitler.
Because you saved a million of
All
people.
comic books hate Nazis.
It's true.
It's standard fact. So many comic book writers were Jewish.
But,
If you put a Nazi in a comic book and they're not the bad guy, go to hell.
but then Nazi make the best villain.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
I was really worried about where that sentence was going when you said Nazis make the best. I was like, what are you going to say, Thomas?
They are making the best cream pie.
Nazis cream pie.
In response to your ethical quandary, Miss Pigeon, if I had two chances to time travel and kill baby Hitler and baby Manfred, I'd kill baby Manfred twice. Let's just say that. Because I hate this guy.
all right. I'll
Hello.
catch the head and then you can use it as a
Sorry.
football.
I apologize. I didn't mean Manfred Jr. This is a chance to kill Manfred himself. as he's
Oh.
being born.
Oh.
Oh.
My apologies.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's even
I'll
better.
still catch his head and you can use it as a football.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's kill a baby.
You are standing outside of a hospital plotting to kill a baby. What is your plan to do so?
I'm not. I'm looking up. I'm grabbing a phone book from a phone booth.
Obviously.
I'm going
This is
to
separate.
shrink down my suit so that it's just a suit, and with my doctor credentials, I will put on a lab coat, and I will
Yep.
attend the birthing, and
I will use my disguise pen to be a candy striper and be ready to go.
You gonna be a candy stripper? Pardon?
Striper. Like, you know, candy stripers? Like,
I don't know what a candy striper
Nurses.
is. Oh.
Candy
Oh, I
stripers
do.
are
Yeah.
interns at nursing
Yeah.
homes.
Candy stripper, what the fuck?
I'll be
Yeah.
a-
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait outside, and when I hear something, I'm just gonna speed the fuck out in there.
Okay. And what are you doing, Dinah Might? You said you were grabbing a phone book.
Mhm.
What are you doing with the phone book?
I'm looking up rock lobster.
Do you know Rock Lobster's real name?
I think I do.
Okay. You're able to find Rock Lobster's home address in the phone book.
Okay, I dialed the number.
Hello?
She hangs up.
Okay. Somewhere,
Rock Lobster's alive in this one.
somewhere like a 12-year-old boy is like, what the fuck was that?
Just like breathing into the mouth on the other side.
Some 12-year-old boy who will eventually become Rock Lobster was just traumatized by the creepiest heavy breathing in a phone call.
She calls back.
Hello?
Is this Larry Fishbucket?
Yeah?
Hi. Is your dad home?
Yeah?
Okay. Hey, this is Dinah Might, and this is a recorded message. We are fundraising for puppies, because we love puppies. Please donate to Wild Puppies.
Somewhere,
For just $1.72.
Larry Fishbucket writes the name Dynamite in a notebook. And again, though you can't see it, beside the name Dynamite and a big red X across Dynamite, there's the sketch for a prototype lobster power armor. Okay, Dr. Tankard. You and your pigeon-themed nurse assistant are walking through a hospital, and you
Don't be
find
suspicious, Doctor.
and you find the birthing ward of Manfred Senior and his wife, Mrs. Manfred Senior.
Obviously.
The father to Manfred Senior, your
Junior. Senior.
no, this is Senior Junior. The
Junior,
one that
senior.
was your to clarify, the one that was your butler.
Obviously.
You walk in. She's in labor. What are you doing?
Yeah, Dr. Tankard, she's in labor. What are you doing?
I didn't think this far ahead.
I didn't either.
Surprisingly,
It's not-
I've never plotted baby murder before, especially not while it's still in the oven.
My thought process was not that you guys were gonna. My thought process was not going to be that you guys were going to kill them as children. It was that you guys were, like, going to go back to modern times and box them in the streets. But this is much more
Us.
That's what
past
I.
exposition.
That's what I thought we were going to do because I wanted to kill Manfred and his son together. But this will
Oh.
do. This will do.
I mean, you're technically killing a son together.
It's true.
Hey-o.
It's true. I'm killing his whole line.
So, what are you going to do, Chris?
I'm going to walk in. How many doctors and nurses are around?
3.
3. Okay, I'm going to put on
How
my
many of them are
Doctor,
us?
2 nurses.
surgical mask, and just before I go in, I'm going to pull the fire alarm. It's like, quickly, you must evacuate. There is a fire. There is a fire right now.
Okay.
Everyone out the door!
Roll
out the door.
roll a 20 to see if you can convince some doctors to leave a pregnant lady alone.
That is a 17.
You convince some doctors to leave a pregnant lady alone. You
This
see
way,
one of them
please
stops
use
and
the
just goes,
stairs.
sorry, and then runs.
Please use the stairs. Elevators are out of service during this time. Please use the stairs.
You are now alone in a hospital room with the 2 parents of your would-be manservant. And the crowning head of your would-be manservant. Now, bear
You want a
with me.
10-blade
I don't know-
doctor?
Bear with me. I don't know a lot about childbirth, so depending on how hard you roleplay this, I might have to Google some stuff.
just gonna slowly
Didn't
pull the
already look
curtain
it up,
around.
didn't
Just be like, don't worry.
No, sorry, this is not a part of my session. Perhaps to go watch a bunch of childbirthing videos.
You probably get better. It's cast exposition. That's what we do here.
You're right. My bad.
Don't worry, the other doctors didn't have their protective gear on, but I do, so I can stay here and help with the birth. And then I'm gonna...
In
Yeah.
a fire?
It's tummy tank time.
The mom screams.
Punch it
violently.
back into place.
Did you? What did you just punch back into place?
I said I'm rooting on to punch it back into place.
What do you mean?
The baby.
You're, did you say you're gonna push the baby back in?
Not a monster. This is gonna be swift and painless.
It's
I'm
not.
gonna-
It's not done cooking.
I'm gonna hit Manfred Senior Senior and Manfred Mrs. Senior Senior with the T-beam and just wipe them out.
Yeah, you eviscerate. Two people as they're teleported to your prison.
And then I'm gonna start a fire in the corner of the room, de-suit myself, and leave with everyone else because there's an actual fire in the hospital.
Okay.
Can I look out the window?
Yeah,
Is there a garbage can below?
there is.
I'm a dive.
You make the perfect dive into this trash can.
The
Dinah has put
arms
her
of
30th
the
nickel
trash
into the into the phone booth. And it's just giving different like recorded messages.
Every
about
time,
Dynamite.
about the 10th one in, it's just Larry on the other end starts screaming, "I'll find and destroy you, Dynamite! It is the last thing I do!" You often make your enemies on the roads you take to avoid them. Meanwhile, you guys all start to fade from existence.
But my
and-
friends!
and return to the present day. But again, one last thing you'll never see is in the past, a curly mustached Percival bumps into a nice lady, and when she asks his name, he goes, Dr. Tankard, and they walk off together. Eventually they have a son named Tommy Tankard. Percival was your father. You got stuck in the past. Da-da-da-da. You all appear back in the present day. What are you doing, Taylor?
I'm just
She's
shocked.
gasping. She's in
Yeah,
shock.
I'm just seeing a bunch of little guys.
I'm just surprised.
So in order for me to be born, I had to go forward into the future to go back into the past to kill a child that wasn't born yet, so that I could get my dad stuck in the past where he would meet my mom.
Percival was always going to be in the past. He was always going to time travel. It's just you also came with him and burnt down a hospital. Was that a bunch of pregnant lady emojis?
Hey, they didn't die in the fire. They were quickly teleported to my jail place. Oh god.
Okay. Present day. Dinah. Rock Lobster just tried to make his escape from the bank. You jumped in the air, you grabbed him, and you tackled him back down to the ground, where he was later arrested. You went on to live your life, and whatever happens there... What does Dinah end up doing, prologue style, after arresting Rock Lobster at the bank?
Well, I think that what happens is she winds up tackling him, and they wind up scuffling and like rolling, and she winds up on top of him, like holding him by the exosuit, and then just they start making out on the floor. And then she visits him in prison occasionally.
Okay.
Conjugal visits, am I right?
The cops are confused and excited. as Dynamite and Rock Lobster have their long-awaited street coitus. Pidge.
Hi.
Sorry, I had lots of burps. You appear back.
Stop
you landed,
expelling your gas.
You landed, and you arrive back at the pet store. And the Pound, in full force, is there, ready to fight you. What do you do? Prologue style. Tell me how it happens.
I stand up and I stretch and I put my hood on and I caw into the air. And there's a swarm of 12.16 million pigeons arrive. And I notice they are all red wired. And so I look around for a nearest garbage can as I jump into the garbage can and hold perfectly still so I'm going nowhere near 66 miles an hour. And I blow the entire city block using the pigeons. And then after that, I take all 12.16 beaks because I spend the next weeks collecting them all out of the rubble, and I bury them to thank them for their service.
Thousands die in pigeon-related explosion. Princess Pigeon, wanted criminal. Dr. Tankard, you just obliterated. You stopped the Atlantean champion, the Aquanator, from killing a little boy. Threw him up in the air, and instead of exploding, he landed on the ground, unconscious. What goes on in your life from here forward, prologue style?
Now that he doesn't have an evil underling who's definitely doing bad things, he's going to start...
Oh yes, when you return to the timeline, you have a different manservant named Wilfred.
Wilfred, okay. I get rid of Wilfred, because now I must... I don't like get rid of him, I give him a healthy severance and let him on his way, so that he doesn't decide to disable my rocket safety thing on the way out. And I start relying more on AI, and I go to space, and I find the Quantanium, and I come back, and decide to do the green energy thing, but also we need to get rid of all the Atlanteans, because they fucking suck. So, start making the planet a bit better by killing all the fish people.
And you do. You eventually eradicate all fish people on the planet, and everybody loves you.
For the greater good.
For the greater good.
But is still haunted by the day that he destroyed a newly born child with his T-beam.
You also go to space, where you discover Quantum Might.
Quantumite, that's it.
The mineral that can kill your once and maybe future friend, Dynamite. Yaka, you return back to your dojo. You're able to defeat your brother.
I'm kidding.
And this time, when you cut his head off, it goes right through. No bomb. Your dojo is not destroyed. Tell me what the rest of Yaka's life is like.
Redemption arc. Stop drinking. No, he will try to stop drinking, go in self-isolation training for like 30 years. In the mountain, you see, you don't know where, and you come back, and you go to see Tin Man, Dynamite, and Pigeon Girl, Paige.
You are all eventually gathered by Yaka, where you guys are able to share and recount the events, kind of reassuring yourself that it wasn't like a terrible dream or nightmare. And the four of you realized you are the best superheroes the world will never hear of. And that's where we're gonna end the one shot.
Oh, this is we're the best heroes no one's ever heard of.
Did I steal that from Booster Gold? Sue me, DC. I want a conversation.
I just want to talk.
Yeah, I just want to talk. Stop making Batman a bad dad. Sorry. I got beef. Yeah.
No, you got lobster.
This was our little dive into a weird, super-powered world where the Forgotten Four will eventually go on to be some badass champions, all because they decided to kill a baby.
But it will only stay between the four of us.
Yeah,
No one else will say anything.
It's the darkest secret that will trauma bond four people.
We're gonna rock out with our cocksters out.
Rock out with your clock out.
Like it will end with us in the grave before we say it.
We never talk about it.
Thanks for playing, guys. Thank you to anyone that stuck around for whatever that was.
Yeah, thanks for the sub, besties.
There was a sub? Yeah. It's all because of me. I couldn't have asked for goofier superheroes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
No, that was great. I literally could not breathe at some points. We are so funny.
Yeah, you guys are hilarious.
We are so funny.
I like how Tin Man turned out to be Elon Musk.
Yeah.
That was not my
This is-
plan. That was not my plan.
This is Tin Man.
I also like how Thomas was clearly playing to play like an Asian-inspired character, and then Nikki's like, "He's a white man."
Sidekick.
Pigeon, I appreciate you allowing me to make you the Peter Parker of my story and just give you the raw end of every fucking deal.
That's my life story.
And Dinah, I don't know where to go with this. It was great.
It's lobtastic.
You gave me probably the best supervillain ever. As soon as you sent the words rock lobster, I told Taylor, I'm like, I got plans.
They were.
No, but that's fine. Thanks, guys.
No, thank you.
As for you viewers, don't forget to be a superhero in your everyday life. When you see a baby, kill it. When you see a lobster, fuck it. And we'll cast you later.
I'm gonna drown myself in a tank.